still. Hot dogs and a cold chill. We go wild just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance. Crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand. Living life like we planned. Let's up and go. We won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's up and go. We'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the rematch. Yes, it is the Detroit Pistons and the San Antonio Spurs going at it again. We saw this matchup a few days ago, except San Antonio went into Detroit Pistons home and did their job, right? So now we've got this rematch game. San Antonio 3.5-point favorites coming into this one. That is according to both ESPN and CBS Sports. And yeah, man, we've got a really good game here today. Shout out to everybody who is in the chat. I sent out some emails earlier today. If you are one of the folks who got one of those emails and you didn't know that this was actually happening until you got that, thank you guys for checking in. Shout out to Larry. Shout out to DJ Gene. These guys in the chat right now. Ricky, what's going on, Ricky? Thank you for checking in. I got Robert saying hello. Larry saying, you can call me Larry. Let's effing go. DJ Gene, Tophus Revenge, Mr. Robert Samora, thank you as always for being here, sir. Ashley is in the chat. What's up, Ashley? Ashley D checking in. George Pearson, what's up? IGIF Olin Fatana, welcome. Okay, so this matchup here today, the spread 3.5 points. Some different outlets would say 2.5 points, but the spread is scrolling by at the bottom of the screen. There's a couple things that I'm really excited for right now. Shout out to Maroon Commando. I am going to start experimenting with a new segment here on this channel. And it's not going to be basketball. It's not going to be football. It's not going to be baseball. It's actually going to be all of it. So you may notice that in the Q&A right now in the live chat, it says, sports creator, ? Submit your channel for review. What I would like to do is get people who are interested in expanding their networks for sports commentary, whether it's hockey or tennis or golf or baseball or whatever it might be, and kind of review those channels. I think it'd be really fun to do that. I think it would be beneficial not just for audience participation, but for me as well, to see some of the other people who are out there get some really cool ideas from some of you content creators who might be watching this live stream yourselves. So if you are interested in doing something like that and maybe potentially collaborating with Football Nation, go ahead and fill out that form. It's just a simple Google Doc, and we'll go from there. So something that's going to be coming up new, I'm probably going to be doing this like every day on Wednesday at like 10 a.m. or at 12 a.m. or something like that, just to kind of fill in some of the gaps right now. You will notice that if you check out my YouTube channel here for Football Nation, you will see the entire week worth of basketball games that I will be doing from today, Thursday, until next week, Thursday, and it's not going to be all Spurs games. We've got a lot. Actually, we got a lot of Denver Nuggets games coming up this week. It's just kind of where they fell in the prime time, and of course how my schedule aligns with my wife's schedule so we can get these games to y'all. Maroon Commando, Tophus, Ricky, Foosketball, says DJ Gene. Nice job on the workout. Oh, you saw that, Larry? Yeah, man. I just built a power squat rack, and we've been hitting it, man. We've been working out. We're going to fill these sleeves out. Everything is already starting to get in the right spot. By the way, you may also notice that there is a timer going off right now. This is the countdown to tip-off. So we've got about 21 minutes until tip-off for the San Antonio Spurs. Finally back at home court after a 4-week absence, which is crazy. We'll turn off the subscriber count for now. Sometimes it's a bit of a bummer. We keep going up and down, and I'd rather just not even look at it right now. Let's go rematch revenge Pistons. Sorry to your Spurs, but I hope you're having a good night, says Silly Gamer. I am having a good night. I'm glad that I am here. I'm glad that we are live. I'm glad that we get a chance to hang out. Thanks for checking in. Fist bumps to you. Freedom Boom saying, what's up, broski? What up, brother? How you doing? I got Nathan checking into the chat right now as well. What's up? thumbs up, and the mushroom. I see you. That's definitely a Mario reference right there. I support this channel 100%, and I keep doing an excellent job. Have faith in this community. Says Ashley. I do too, Ashley. Look, the channel's not broken. We're just in a bit of a transition period between basketball and football. Different content creators that focus mostly on basketball are probably killing it right now. Those that are like the Sports Fury or that one San Antonio Spurs guy who only covers Spurs games, those channels are doing well. There should be. I'm not worried about it. We are a channel named Football Nation. It's weird for people to check out a basketball game on Football Nation. So, Ashley, I absolutely agree with you. I have faith in this community as well, and I'm glad that you're a part of it. Maybe I'll buy one. Feel inspired, says Living Like Larry. You feeling inspired? Rock and roll, man. Well, good. It's so funny. My entire mantra in college, like one of my assignments for my humanities course, was to come up with a mantra that you would follow, and mine was to live a life worthy of inspiration. So if I'm anywhere in that lane right there, Larry, I feel like I'm doing my job right. Okay, y'all, quick glance once again. Nothing has changed here. This is the same except for the records. We have not seen these teams flip-flop yet, but we will be seeing some changes here. You'll notice the Minnesota Timberwolves have more wins than the Houston Rockets, but they have one more loss. Houston's going to be playing as well. We'll see the Denver Nuggets playing. All of this could be shifting in this 3-4-5 spot for the Western Conference. San Antonio still in the number 2 spot in the West. The Detroit Pistons, the number 1 spot in the East. 1 win ahead of San Antonio. The Spurs do have 2 additional losses on that. The Spurs have also played 1 additional game. So do with that information what you will. DJ Gene saying, it's the final countdown. Dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. What up, CJ Banning? Thanks for checking in, bro. Okay, we got basketball. So basketball is on the menu for tonight. San Antonio, Detroit Pistons. Let's do a quick comparison. We'll start with the offense. I think one of the best things about this matchup here, and we saw it the last time we covered these two teams, there is a ton of physicality between these two top defenses. We'll talk about the defenses in a moment, but offensively, the San Antonio Spurs averaging 118 per game. Meanwhile, the Detroit Pistons averaging 117 per game. Shooting percentage, very close. Three-point percentage, very close. Free throw percentage, advantage San Antonio. So the Detroit Pistons are shooting the basketball overall at about a 48% success rate. The San Antonio Spurs, when you round the numbers, also around a 48% success rate. When we look at the three-pointers, the San Antonio Spurs are averaging 35% from beyond the arc. The Detroit Pistons averaging 34.5% from beyond the arc. So not that big of a difference here, less than 1 percentage point. Opa, what's up? E. Scott saying Spurs have no answer for Cade Cunningham. Well, I guess we'll have to see what that's like here tonight. I think the Detroit Pistons don't have an answer for Victor Wembanyama, but what do I know, Mr. Scott Kobe? What do I know, bro? I'm just here. I'm just some guy online. Fast break points per game. Quick transition basketball, we see that more often from the Detroit Pistons than we do from the San Antonio Spurs. That's not to say that the San Antonio Spurs can't score on the fast break. We just see that at a higher rate for the Detroit Pistons. Points in the paint, big advantage here for the Detroit Pistons, and that's because they've got big body guys who need to drive and shoot from inside the paint. They don't exactly have snipers and sharp shooters. The San Antonio Spurs, they've got some ballers out there, but again, both teams kind of mid when it comes to three-pointers percentage, three-point percent shooting accuracy. Assists per game offensively. The San Antonio Spurs averaging 27 assists per game. 26.8, we'll just call it 27 assists per game. We're dead even in that category. And when it comes to protecting the basketball, the San Antonio Spurs commit fewer turnovers than the Detroit Pistons. The problem with this equation is that the Detroit Pistons are really good at stealing the basketball. So these are offensive turnovers committed per game. When we look at the defensive numbers and we start talking about steals per game, the Detroit Pistons, like I said, are really, really good at stealing the basketball. Now, points per game allowed. This is now the defense. We've switched, in case you didn't notice. We've switched from the offense to the defense here for this graphic. Points per game allowed. The Detroit Pistons, 109 compared to 111. Now, the over-under for this game is set at 228. 228. If you do the math between both of these in points per game allowed, this would indicate that we are likely going to see the under. Does that make sense? Because when you add this up, it only adds up to, you got it? 121.1. 121.1. The over-under for this game is 228.5. If I were to be betting on this game, which I am not, and please, this is not betting advice in any sense of the word, just want to let you know that I myself, this guy, just some random guy on the internet, thinks that this game is likely going to be an under game, under 128. So that's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. We could see a shootout. We could be trading buckets back and forth today. I don't know. That's why I don't bet on these kinds of things. I just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So points allowed per game, 109 to 111, advantage Detroit Pistons. Defensive rebounds per game. The San Antonio Spurs crashed the boards on the defensive side. For the most part, they definitely did not do that in the game against the New York Knicks. That was a brutal game. We covered the San Antonio Spurs' last two games. We covered them playing the Knicks, where they got their butts whooped, and it was terrible to watch. And then we watched their rebound game when they beat the absolute snot out of the Sixers. And the poor Sixers, man, they did not deserve that. It was a 50-point blowout. San Antonio got right on that game. We'll see how they head into this one versus Detroit. The Pistons averaging 6 blocks per game, despite the fact that Victor Wembanyama is the #1 blocker in the association. The Detroit Pistons as a whole, in general, play tighter defense. We see that in the physicality of the Detroit Pistons all the time, bro. Detroit, they're big bodies. They are going to make sure that you have to fight your way into that paint. You basically, if you're not hitting the weight room, you're not getting past those guys. You got a big body up the Detroit Pistons. Easier said than done. Turnovers forced per game. This is the crazy number here. This is the equalizer for any team. This Detroit Pistons defense is so nasty when it comes to blocks, steals, and turnovers forced per game. Huge advantage to the Detroit Pistons. But they do end up fouling players a lot, and they put teams in the bonus. When they do that, when they commit more fouls, the San Antonio Spurs are really good at cashing in at the free throw line. We'll see how that goes. CJ Banning, what's up? Looks like Kevin checking in, saying night shift in the UK. Happy to chill with Mario. Thanks for checking in, Kevin. What's up, dude? Let's do a quick roll call. New names. Mike Luna saying love this channel. Go Pistons. What's up, Mike? Thanks for checking in, brother. Looks like Toby saying good day, bro, from the Philippines. What up, Toby? Thanks for checking in. I see you. Toby Laron. Silly Gamer. Dwight, what's up, Dwight? Welcome. Dwight saying Detroit basketball. Dr. Jeremy saying this is going to be a thumper. Thing is, Detroit don't have a bench. That is true. That is true. Upa says what's up. All right. So, let's go through the rest of our pregame. Before I do the statistics for both sides, let's take a look at the starters for today. Center, your starter for the Detroit Pistons, number 0, that is Jalen Duren. At power forward, number 12, Tobias Harris. At small forward, Ausar Thompson, going to be wearing the number 9 on his jersey. Duncan Robinson, the shooting guard, number 55, we'll see in the lineup starting here as well. And point guard, number 30, Cade Cunningham, with head coach JB Bickerstaff. Now, if I had to tell you guys who the best player on this team was, then you obviously don't watch basketball, but I'll tell you anyways. It's Cade Cunningham. This man likely going to put up somewhere in the range of 20 points, 10 rebounds, I don't know, 8 assists. Maybe he might knock down a couple three-point shots. Cade Cunningham is the full package, bro. Cade Cunningham is also pretty big for a point guard at 6'6". I know that Wemby is not. Oop, Pistons at Spurs. Did we just start here? Looks like we did. So, tip-off in 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. Again, these are your starters for the Detroit Pistons. Champion Horse, what's going on? This realistic can be a finals preview, says E.R.1817. HB Link says, what up, doe? What up, HB Link? Champion Horse saying Detroit basketball. John Smiley saying go Pistons, go blue. What up, John Smiley? Mess around and get a triple-double? Yeah, he might, DJ. He very well might. How about this right here? Look who's back in this Detroit Pistons lineup. Isaiah Stewart, welcome back to him. Ron Holland, going to be your backup power forward. Javonte Green, Chris LeVert, and Dennis Jenkins going to make up your bench players. If we end up in garbage time, we'll see some of these deeper bench players and players coming in that might have injuries. But this is the bench for the Detroit Pistons. For the San Antonio Spurs, Victor Wembanyama going to be your center wearing number 1. That's going to be your main guy tipping off with Jalen Duren when this game starts in about 8.5 minutes. Power forward number 30, Julian Champagnie. And we've seen a rotation between Julian Champagnie and Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes is actually ruled out for today's game. I've actually got him lined up in the bench spot. I told Santino to just leave it. But in case you did not know, this is actually bonkers, bro. Harrison Barnes has not missed a game since 2021. It's 2026. This is the first game that Harrison Barnes will be missing since that time. All right, Devin Vassell, small forward. Number 24, Devin Vassell. You'll see him there in the number 3 spot. Stephon Castle going to be the shooting guard for this San Antonio Spurs lineup. And De'Aaron Fox, your point guard, with head coach Mitch Johnson. The bench players, Luke Cornett, Keldon Johnson, Carter Bryant, Harrison Barnes actually ruled out for today's game, and Santino did update this graphic. I just got to go back and pull it. This is the one that I didn't pull. Dylan Harper going to be on the bench here as well. Good enough to be a starter, but he is playing behind De'Aaron Fox, which I think is just fine for the Spurs. We might see Kelly Olynyk, Bismack Biyombo. We already talked about Carter Bryant, Lindy Waters, and David Jones-Garcia. Those guys will come out in garbage time if needed. Duren versus Wemby is going to be fun, says Champion Horse. I agree. Wesley's in the chat. What up, Wesley? Welcome back, brother. How you doing? What up, Wesley? Fist bumps to you, bro. Thanks for checking in, man. He says, Mario. Cool, man. Cool. Tight. We are going to get this game here started in about 7 minutes. You can see the countdown here. Both teams will have, of course, their 7 timeouts. San Antonio. Looks like ESPN is calling this a 2.5-point spread now. The odds always changing here. We will see what comes up. And according to FanDuel, well, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, so we've got 6 minutes. We'll run through this here pretty quick. Head-to-head comparison, guys. You tell me who you would rather have as your point guard. I think the answer is pretty clear here. Cade Cunningham or De'Aaron Fox? Minutes per game advantage, Cade Cunningham. Points per game, 25 points for the Pistons point guard versus 18 points per game for the San Antonio Spurs point guard. We look at assists per game, rebounds per game, steals per game, blocks per game, literally every statistical category here except for field goal percentage and three-point percentage advantage, Cade Cunningham. And I'm a Spurs fan. I just call it like I see it. The beautiful Victoria has checked in, dropped a super chat here. What's going on, boss lady? Welcome in. Good to have you in for this game. Welcome back. Always good to have you in the chat. Always good to have you in the chat, Victoria. Okay, folks. Cassie saying, trying to watch the national anthem pregame anywhere I can see it. Well, I've got my own pregame here, and you don't want to hear me sing the national anthem. That's for darn sure. Shout out to Adrian saying, "Where's the baby?" Baby is with his mother. My wife is off today, so Sammy's hanging out with Christina. Owl on the Prowl, back after a long hiatus there. Welcome back, Owl on the Prowl. So we talked about the point guards. Let's look at the shooting guards, shall we? Stephon Castle on one side, Duncan Robinson on the other. Who would you rather have, ladies and gentlemen? Would you rather have Stephon Castle, or would you rather have Duncan Robinson? Now, if you don't know, I've got stats to help you out. Stephon Castle averaging about 30 minutes per game. In those 30 minutes, he puts up 16 points, almost 17 points per game, assists at 7, rebounds at 5, steals double Duncan Robinson's. Now, they're even here when it comes to blocks per game, but overall, field goal percentage advantage Stephon Castle. And even though I know Stephon Castle can bury the three, he's been struggling this season at 29%. Duncan Robinson, a better three-point shooter. But when we look at the rest of the stats outside of just that bubble of three-point shots, Stephon Castle gets my vote. So now we've got one vote for this side, one vote for that side. Small forward comparison. Devin Vassell, Ausar Thompson. Now this is where we start to wonder. This is where we break down, do you want offense or do you want the defense? Offensively, Devin Vassell is better. Devin Vassell averaging 40% more points. Devin Vassell shooting the basketball from beyond the arc at almost 40%, which is crazy. Ausar Thompson, highly effective inside the paint, but he's only taking a few shots. I mean, he's averaging, well, we can actually do the math here, points per game and field goal percentage. If he's scoring at a 52%, you would assume that he's taken a ton of shots per game, knocking down half of them, but still only scoring 10 points. So what? He's taking, 10 shots per game? 10 shots per game? I think that sounds about right. Devin Vassell a little more aggressive there. Now, defensively, rebounds, advantage Thompson. Steals per game, huge. Advantage Thompson. Thompson does lead the Detroit Pistons in steals this season, and he has just been a very good anchor defensively for the Detroit Pistons. He's a big body. He's a strong guy. Hard to get past him. We look at blocks per game, more than 3 times the success rate there when it comes to blocks versus Devin Vassell. But again, shooting at 39% and averaging almost 15 points, you got to choose, do you want offense, do you want defense? Because neither of the two are the total package. I think this one's kind of a wash, if I'm being honest. Now, Tobias Harris and Julian Champagnie is a very interesting matchup here because we go back and forth. Now, minutes per game, we can just throw that out the window. Not that big of a deal. We look at points per game. Tobias Harris averaging about a bucket more than Julian Champagnie. But Champagnie has been shooting the three ball really well, and he's got more blocks and more rebounds per game than Tobias Harris has right now. I feel like this one, once again, is kind of pick your poison. Now, I like Julian Champagnie for the flashes that we've seen. I like Julian Champagnie for the energy that he brings, but the experience of Tobias Harris and what he does to the entire team when he is on the court, it feels like he is a floor general. He's got such great awareness. Watching Tobias Harris is a treat. I really enjoy watching him ball out. Julian Champagnie, he's hot or cold. So, begrudgingly, I got to give this one to Tobias Harris. I do like him a little bit more than I like Julian Champagnie. If I was building a team and I had to choose between one of these two, I would take Tobias Harris over Champagnie. Just, if nothing else, for the untangibles, right? The things that you can't actually measure and how he spaces and has the awareness on the court, I'll go with Tobias Harris. Now, this one here, to me, also a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. And I'll take Victor Wembanyama 10 times out of 10 over Jalen Duren. Sorry, not sorry. Advantage in every statistical category goes to Victor Wembanyama. I mean, field goal percentage, sure, right? A slight difference here in the field goal percentage, but Jalen Duren doesn't shoot the three ball, period. He literally has not shot a single three-point shot this season, which makes him makes him, I'm putting this in air quotes, one-dimensional. But the one dimension that he lives in, boy oh boy does he live in that one dimension, and he will make you pay under the rim, and he can get those putbacks. It's going to be a wild matchup between these two. I would take Wemby over Duren. Call me biased, whatever you want to say. That is what it is. But it looks like we are lining up for tip-off right now, folks. Victor Wembanyama shaking hands. Looks like they've introduced the players already. Let's go. Dude, I could be at this game right now, but I am calling it live for you guys here. This season, 10-2 record and first game of back-to-backs. Okay, well, there you go. Reading a few of these, two of the best centers in the NBA, says Champion Horse. Facts. Looks like Palpatine of the Internet, welcome back, says, will Wemby miss out on the MVP due to the 65-game rule? I don't know. Is he already past 17 games that he's missed? I don't know if he's missed 17. He might have. Wemby was definitely out for 12 games, but we'll see. Mike Justice calling Wemby wimpy. We'll see how that works out for you, Mr. Justice. Here's the tip-off, and we get this game started. San Antonio gets the tip-off here, and we'll reset the clock, start it once more. Moving the basketball around, Victor Wembanyama, bounce pass inside. It's Castle to Vassell. Vassell over to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox makes the move. He's on the left side of the paint, kicks it to Wembanyama. Pump fake at the three-point line. Wemby drives. It's tipped away, goes out of bounds. 1:35 here left to go. Let's scroll down just a little bit. We're going to see points and numbers adjusting on the right-hand side. We'll also have the live box score and information at the bottom of the screen here so you can see everybody who is on the court right now for both teams. San Antonio inbound. San Antonio three-ball flies. Victor Wembanyama, bang! Wemby gets the first points of the game. It's a three-point shot from the Frost Bank Center logo. And the San Antonio Spurs are up 3-0 over the Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham, Duncan Robinson, Tobias Harris now facing off with Champagnie. Thompson, Robinson pulls the trigger on the three ball. This one off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound San Antonio. Devin Vassell at the top of your screen steps to the straightaway here. He is on the move. Here's a dump off to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox will pull the trigger over to Tobias Harris and bullseye. Ooh, they're calling this a long two. A long two there. The bucket is good. Apologies for this. Looks like Jalen Duren going to drive. Jalen Duren makes the move and gets this on the left side of the glass. It's a layup there for the Detroit Pistons. Dribbling the basketball now. Castle, Champagnie, Wemby. Turnaround jumper in the paint. Easy shot. No defense there. Uh-oh. They haven't updated the score, or I added a bucket that didn't exist. The score should be 2-7 right now. Behind the back pass, Duncan Robinson bounces this after he slips. This one is going to be a missed shot. Rebound, Devin Vassell. Vassell with the ball. Vassell going to the left. Here's a pass to Champagnie. Champagnie lets the three ball fly. It bounces off the rim a few times. Rebound, Jalen Duren. Duren, Thompson. Ooh, it looks like he makes an awkward step on that right foot. He goes all the way to the baseline. And Oscar Thomas not putting any weight on that foot. I wonder if he's okay. We might get a timeout here. Little ankle roll. Oh, definitely an ankle roll right there. He tried to step on with that right foot. And when he stepped on the right foot, you see it roll a little bit. So he rolled his right ankle. Oscar Thompson now down. Cade Cunningham trying to check in on his boy here. We'll see how this goes. So Wemby, they're highlighting that logo 3, but they're cutting to a quick injury timeout. There may be no Oscar Thompson for the rest of this game, so let's see how that ends up. Okay, brother, can you provide the translation? The translation to... I don't know how to do that, bro. I don't know. King Early checking in saying, go Sixers. What's up, King Early? Thanks for checking in, man. Detroit basketball, says Dwight. No slow starts, Detroit. All right, guys, so we've got a game happening right now. Not even 3 minutes into this game, we already have an injury. It was a non-contact injury here on the game. Those are never good. We'll see how it goes. Tosh T saying no. Gray 59 saying first down. What's up, Gray? How you doing, bro? Welcome in. Josh T dash X5R. What up, Josh? Welcome to the chat, bro. Welcome to Football Nation. I guess since we're in the middle of a commercial break, let's talk about the San Antonio Spurs schedule. I will be covering, like, all of these games. Maybe not this Thursday game. So Santino and I were talking. We decided that it might be best, yes, keep the Spurs in the back pocket, keep the Spurs around for the big games, but let's not force this peg in the square hole, a square peg into a round hole, or however the phrase goes. Square peg, round hole. I think that's what it is. Anyways, point I'm trying to make is I will not be covering this game tomorrow night. Instead, we're covering the Knicks and the Nuggets tomorrow. Then Saturday and Sunday, I have 2 events that I'm scheduled to cover. Those are going to be the events with Elijah Garcia and Terror in the Trenches and a few of the other NFL players who are going to be showing up for this Combine event here in San Antonio. I will keep you guys updated with that. Not quite sure. Let's see. The translation is based on your words from the video itself because I do not understand English. Your English seems pretty good there, brother. But I actually don't know how to turn that on, and I will make sure that if there is a setting that I need to tweak beforehand, I will have that set up in advance. Living Like Larry saying it's their name may not be a translation. No. He was just asking because of this. Spurs are tough, says King Early. They sure are. As a 76ers fan, you should know. Tommy, what's up, dude? Okay, so I won't be covering these 2 games, but I will be live for the Boston Celtics at San Antonio. I do plan to cover the Nuggets at San Antonio, and then we'll cover something else on Saturday, but that's the schedule for San Antonio. Looks like the commercial break is over. Oscar Thompson. Looks like he is in the locker room right now. Here's a 3-point shot from De'Aaron Fox in this one. Smooth as butter. Smooth as cream cheese, baby. So Cade Cunningham, a bounce pass to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris working on Julian Champagnie. The San Antonio Spurs playing man defense right now. Here's a pass to Duncan Robinson. And this one's going to be almost poked away. Duncan Robinson against De'Aaron Fox. Shoots and scores. What a shot from Duncan Robinson. Feed inside. De'Aaron Fox just sitting under the rim. Nobody tracking him down there. San Antonio has a 7-point lead. The score is 12-5. Cade Cunningham puts the ball on his left side. He moves to the straightaway. He steps up, squares his hips, gets his feet set, misses the shot. A rebound, misses the second shot, and the layup is there for Ron Holland. So Ron Holland with the cleanup. Here, the score is 7-12. De'Aaron Fox will drive, kicks it to the corner for Vassell, buries the 3 from the corner. The score is 15-7. Detroit looking for an answer here. They don't want to fall behind. They are down by 8. Duren. Cunningham. Cunningham pulls up and shoots from the free throw line. That's an easy bucket for him. 9-15. Pistons trail by 6. Vassell lets this one fly. Vassell off the mark here. Rebound by Jalen Duren. Duren pushes to Tobias Harris. Harris will try to Euro here. Looks like there's a foul on the shot, so the bucket will not count. Tobias Harris was fouled on that play. Looks like Vassell may have been charged for that. So let's see what this looks like. Sucrane, thank you very much. What's going on, my friend? Duncan Hines all the times, says HB Link. We need a new process, says King Early. Adjust the on-court. My apologies there, Tommy. There you go, brother. First free throw is good for Tobias Harris. He is at the free throw line now. His first one does land. San Antonio does have now 1 foul. That's San Antonio's first foul. The next foul coming in, Tobias Harris knocks this one down as well. So the score is 11-15. San Antonio hanging on to a 4-point lead. Stefan Castle will work. Stephon Castle shoots the mid-range jump shot. It's off the glass, but it's no good. The bank shot will not land. I guess the bank is closed right now for him. Cade Cunningham, nice Euro move, but it's blocked from behind. Victor Wembanyama gets the block. They fight for the rebound. San Antonio comes away with it. De'Aaron Fox at the wing, cuts inside, pump fakes over Ron Holland, but he's in trouble. Holland swats this thing, and the ball goes out of bounds through the baseline. Spurs ball. So San Antonio hangs on to it. Member for 2 months, CJ Banning. Appreciate you, sir. No, I appreciate that, Tommy. Thank you, dude. Looks like I took my eyes off the screen for just a second. 3 seconds have been milked off the clock, and all of a sudden Detroit has the basketball. Inbound pass, Cade Cunningham comes back with the ball here. He's at the hash at the top of the court. Inside the hash right now, looking for an open man. Here's a pass to Tobias Harris. Wemby comes to help, goes out of bounds. This time it was last touched by Wemby. Tobias Harris loses the ball, but Wemby's the one who poked it away. So 6 seconds left to go on the shot clock. San Antonio on defense. Detroit Pistons with the basketball. There's the inbound pass. Duncan Robinson shoots the triple. It's no good. Rebound, Wemby. Here's the pass backwards to Wemby. Tried to pop and shoot. Wemby going to drive. He draws the foul. Clear hack right there. 7:02 left to go, and the Detroit Pistons commit a foul here. Jalen Duren is going to be charged for the foul. Victor Wembanyama goes to the free throw line for 2 shots. 2 shots. Have you smashed the like button yet, those of you watching? If you have, thank you. If you have not, you know what to do. Let's see if we can pump up this stream to 500 likes. Wemby knocks down the first free throw. 16-11. 7:02 left to play in the first. Checking in for San Antonio, Dylan Harper is coming in for De'Aaron Fox. On the court for the Pistons, Holland, Robinson, Harris, Duren, and Cunningham. So Harper checks in for Fox. Wemby shooting his second free throw. The second free throw is good. San Antonio up by 6. The score is 17-11. Here's the dribble for Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham slowed down by Harper. Duren now has it. Duren going to work against Wemby. Duren has to shoot. It's an awkward shot. Wemby with good defense, but it's an offensive board. Wemby plucks it from the sky. They're going to call that a goaltend, though. That's going to go down as a goaltend. We'll put 2 points on there for the Detroit Pistons. Still, though, the fact that Wemby can get that high up in the air is crazy, but that's a bucket. So Wemby commits the goaltend. San Antonio hanging on to just a 4-point lead here. There's a tough shot inside the paint. It counts for the Spurs. I think that was Stephon Castle who made the play. Tobias Harris working against Wembanyama. He's cautious with his approach. Passes this to Jalen Duren, and Duren gets the bucket to fall. 19-15. San Antonio still on that 4-point lead. Dylan Harper, hands come in. Wemby pump fakes at the 3-point line. He goes up to shoot. He is hacked. 6:02. Looks like Wemby going to get a trip to the free throw line. So Victor Wembanyama gets another trip right now. It should be a shooting foul at least. Nice pump fake from Wemby to get Duren to bite. That's another foul here. So Jalen Duren already has 2 personal fouls in the first quarter. He's in foul trouble. He'll hit the bench. We'll see a change here. Isaiah Stewart. Ooh. Not going to be easy. Not going to be easy, but Isaiah Stewart is in now for the Pistons. And it looks like it is not a shooting foul. It is a regular foul. So inbound pass. Wembanyama, turnaround jump shot, buries it. 21-15. San Antonio with a 7-point lead. Here's Cade Cunningham, tries the transition 3, but it's tipped away, goes out of bounds. Last touched by Stephon Castle. So Castle able to get a block here as well. I mean, good move. A block from behind from Stephon Castle. Very reminiscent of Manu Ginobili on James Harden, where he got that hand in over the top. I know Spurs fans remember that one. Inbound pass, lines up the triple. LeVert, no good. Rebound, Dylan Harper. Harper, Vassell, a transition three of his own, too much mustard. Dylan Harper fights for the board. Vassell comes up with it. Castle, Harper for three, bang! Harper buries the three. Oh, they're calling this one a long two as well. 23-15. Definitely a foul down here on this side. San Antonio commits the foul. 5:16 left to go. We're going to get someone going to the stripe right now. Looks like Stephon Castle fouls Isaiah Stewart, and Stewart goes to the line. DJ Jean says Wemby be drawing fouls. That's facts, bro. Jalen Duren is a dog, says HB. Link. CJ Banning dropping the Seahawks logo. Go 12s. I love it. Larry and Banning. Larry and CJ going to be buddies after all. First free throw is there. First free throw is there for Isaiah Stewart. So, one of the things I noticed was big turnovers, a lot of turnovers against the Knicks for San Antonio. By the way, they did count that as a 3. They just fixed the score. 24-16 is the score right now. Stephon Castle checking out on the court for San Antonio. Wemby, Harper, Vassell, Bryant, and Keldon Johnson. So Carter Bryant and Keldon Johnson have checked in. The second free throw is good. Anyways, I was talking about seeing a bunch of turnovers in that last game. Dylan Harper and Wemby committed multiple turnovers. Here's a pass that's deflected. Duncan Robinson, Dylan Harper just commit the turnover again. The alley-oop going the other way. And it looks like Dylan Harper at least was able to get back on defense to prevent the easy bucket. Ron Holland going up over Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper not going to allow it. Man, as soon as I said it, it happens. Otterbomb. What's up, dude? Thanks for checking in. Longhorns. Go Spurs, go. What up, bro? Ronald Holland at the free throw line now. He's averaging 8.4 points per game, an 80% free throw shooter. He does make the first of his 2 free throws. So Ron Holland with 5:05 left to go knocks down the first. Let's see if he can knock down the second. De'Aaron Fox checking back in for San Antonio. Second free throw also good for Ron Holland. 19-24, it's a close game. Dylan Harper will bring the ball up court. So small ball for San Antonio here. You got Fox, Keldon Johnson. Wembanyama, the big guy, shoots his 3, knocks this 3 down, and Wemby doing Wemby things. Waiting for the inbound pass right now with 4:48 left to go. Nice shot for Wembanyama. Game just started. He's already up to 12 points here in the first quarter. Cade Cunningham against Carter Bryant. A pass to Ronald Holland. Looks like he loses it here. Recovered by the Detroit Pistons. The move by LeVert. LeVert fakes the shot, kicks it to the three-point line. Ron Holland, no good. Rebound, Fox. Fox to Wemby. Wemby backing it down. A pass to De'Aaron Fox. Fox against Duncan Robinson. The straightaway tray. Bang! Another one. Timeout call, Detroit. Sounds good to me. So timeout for the Pistons. It's already their second timeout of the game. Looks like our boy Santino has checked into the chat. What's going on, brother? Danny's in the chat right now. Santino says, let's go. Longhorn saying it's our year. Had to pop in at the movies with the wife watching The Bride. Okay, hey, man, thanks for hanging out with us, bro. Thank you for watching, Longhorns. Shout out to Santino. Yo, Wemby is that guy, no lie, says Silly Gamer. BTA saying, y'all know this game. You know this ain't the real game, says BTA Marion. Yes, people can read the title of the stream. Longhorn with the flex right now. DJ Jean saying, happy belated anniversary, Santino. I told them, Santino. Sorry, I didn't know if you want me to put that information out there. But people are saying they love you, is all. Okay, folks. So, the score is 30-19. We are in the middle of a timeout as called by the Detroit Pistons. Pistons have given up quite a few buckets here. San Antonio shooting at 66% from three-point land right now. We're also taking, on the contrary here, the Detroit Pistons shooting at just 14% from three-point land. Len saying good morning here in the Philippines. Go Spurs, go. Thank you, Len. I see you out there with your koala bear. Wemby is a cheat code, says Ricio. What's up, Ricio? Shout out to Gibbles DC saying, come on, Detroit. We need a big comeback win today. We will see if that happens for you, my friend. Okay. Well, you guys are watching a channel called Football Nation. Let me ask you this, guys. Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Who is your NFL team? In case you're curious, I am a Dallas Cowboys fan. Nobody's perfect. It's okay. Santino, I know for a fact, is a Minnesota Vikings fan. I know that Larry is a Seahawks fan. And the more that I get to know you guys, the more I start to see who you guys back during the NFL season here as well. Did Osser return to the bench? I don't think so, man. He might be out. We'll update you on that here shortly. Tommy's saying the New Orleans Saints, bro. New Orleans Saints, dude. Hopefully you guys make a big change here. I do think having Kellen Moore as the HC is going to change a lot for the New Orleans Saints. Wesley saying whose house? Rams house. As you can see, Wesley, clearly an LA Rams fan. I got Black Boy Entertainment. Tough loss for your Patriots this season, man. But hey, at least your Patriots made it to the Super Bowl, which is something that the Dallas Cowboys have not done in like 30-plus years. Living like Larry, of course. Seattle Seahawks. You got to love it. And Upa checking in for the Detroit Lions. All right, guys. That was just me trying to buy some time here during this commercial break. The commercial break is now over, and the Detroit Pistons have the basketball. Here's the move inside, a spin move towards the baseline. This shot off the mark by Dennis Jenkins. Rebound San Antonio. Keldon Johnson doing a great job at gathering those boards. Dylan Harper going to lose the basketball. It was on his strong hand too, and he lost control. User saying, I love the Dallas Stars. The Bucks. Yeah, dude, the Buccaneers. I don't know if you're talking about the Buccaneers or if you're talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's a screen. San Antonio looks like they're playing zone defense. A kick to the corner. Another one. And this one is going to be off the mark. Rebound San Antonio once again with about 3.5 left to play in the first quarter. De'Aaron Fox big bodies his way in. Goes up. He is fouled by Ron Holland. Good job to draw the foul there. San Antonio takes another trip to the free throw line. So far in this game, San Antonio has committed 3 fouls. The Detroit Pistons have committed 3 fouls. What is the update on Oscar Thompson? Well, Oscar Thompson had that ankle roll. I have not seen him return to the game. For you Detroit Pistons fans, you can at least smile about the fact that De'Aaron Fox did miss the first of his 2 free throws. Super chat coming in from our friend Daniel Maldonado Perez saying, what's up, brother? He says, I'm not a Spurs fan or a Pistons fan, but I was just stopping by to show some love. P.S. Go Raiders. Thanks, Daniel. I feel the love, brother. That was the good luck charm. De'Aaron Fox knocked down the second free throw. Go Spurs, go. We'll start the clock once again. The Detroit Pistons with the basketball. Cade Cunningham goes to the top of the screen. Here he's inside the hash. He will drive, steps back from the top of the key. This shot off the back of the rim bounces on the backboard, and it's rebounded by San Antonio. Dylan Harper. Wembanyama. Wemby going to lose it. It's poked away. Dylan Harper recovers. Harper to Wemby. Wemby shoots a long 3 ball. It's off the front of the rim. Rebound this time, Detroit. The Pistons drive. Here is LeVert. LeVert cannot get it to go. Second chance opportunity. Not going to land there for the Detroit Pistons. This one is kicked. It rolls out of bounds. They're saying it's Spurs ball. Carter Bryant was focused on the camera was focused on Carter Bryant there, kind of implying that it was off of Carter Bryant. Definitely off of Carter Bryant. Definitely not. And whoever that official was, she absolutely missed that wide open call. Thank you, Daniel, for that super chat, brother. I really appreciate that, man. Here's the inbound pass for San Antonio. Excuse me, for the Detroit Pistons, San Antonio knocked it out last. Looks like getting hit here, it's going to be LeVert. Carter Bryant is charged for the foul, so Karis LeVert is fouled. It didn't look like a shooting foul, but that's 4 fouls now for San Antonio. Hey, says user, what up? What up, brother? Grant Robinson is in the chat. What's up, Grant? Folks, that foul was not a shooting foul. We are going to get the inbound pass here. Karis LeVert inbounds. The clock starts once again. San Antonio on defense. Here is the move. Dennis Jenkins goes up. He will miss. Keldon Johnson can't get the rebound. It's an offensive board again for Detroit. The step back, not going to pull the trigger on the triple. Feeds inside. Nice ball movement here. That shot will go in. This time it's Isaiah Stewart who gets the bucket. 21-31. Robert Zamora drops the Super Saiyan. Go Spurs, go. A spin move. The shot. No bueno there for San Antonio. We'll leave this up for a second. And the dunk on the other end, but it looked like it missed. Did he get rim checked on the dunk? The triple for De'Aaron Fox. He leaves the gooseneck out, misses the shot, gets his own rebound. Dylan Harper now with it. Carter Bryant out to Fox. Another triple for Fox, no good. Carter Bryant gets the loose ball. A pass to Luke Cornett. Here's Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson, short range. Luke Cornett gets that one. 4 opportunities on offense for San Antonio. 4 opportunities on that offensive possession for San Antonio. Go Spurs, go. I love it, Robert. Thank you for that super, sir. Here we go. Tobias Harris in the paint. He'll step back just outside of the key. This shot off the front of the rim. San Antonio up by 12. The score, 33-21. De'Aaron Fox makes a move, fakes to the left, cuts to the right, shoots this one inside the paint, sinks an easy bucket there. It is 35-21, and the Detroit Pistons are quickly finding themselves in a hole that they're going to have to dig themselves out of. Here we go. Isaiah Stewart takes it. Isaiah Stewart tries to go over Cornett. Big body for Cornett, not going to make that easy. Carter Bryant, De'Aaron Fox. Fox is directing traffic. Fox is doing his thing. Goes to the straightaway, buries the straightaway tray. It is 38-21, 17 points in it. Timeout called, Detroit Pistons again? No timeout called. The Detroit Pistons kind of just got to bite the bullet here. They can't go through all of their timeouts in the first quarter. Detroit is, however, in the bonus for what it's worth, so a foul here would put them to the stripe. We'll add a few seconds. Here is the move. Pump fakes at the three-point line. Isaiah Stewart, a spin move. He's in the paint. Nice change of direction. Foul going up for the shot with 8.8 left to go. So San Antonio committing a foul here. We are going to see Isaiah Stewart at the free throw line. On the court right now for the Detroit Pistons, Stewart, Harris, LeVert, Sasser, and Green. Stewart is at the free throw line. He shoots, he scores. It's 22-38. I see Jeff checking in. The only effective option we have is Duren right now. Keep going inside, says Grant. Country Kisses is in the chat. What up, Country? We got Rapachi in the chat. What up, Rapachi? By the way, guys, have you seen the Q&A that's in the chat? If you are a sports content creator and you're interested in doing some level of collaboration, you want your channel reviewed, we're going to review channels here soon on this YouTube channel. Here's the inbound pass. San Antonio with the basketball. They're going to get the final shot here. Here's the shot for De'Aaron Fox. It bounces off the rim. This, no good. It's the end of the first quarter. Jake, what up, dude? Jeff saying this is garbage. All right, Jeff. I think you've been here long enough, Jeff, to know that if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then just don't say anything, brother. Rapachi saying what's up. Dusty Attic says hello. Tough that you feel that way, Jeff, especially when you look back at our shelf for this channel. The first stream that I ever had that broke 250,000 views was basketball, bro. So maybe stick around. Maybe stick around. Might change your mind here. Shout out to Jamie saying Jared Goff, Jared Goff, Jared Goff. Joe Ray saying easy money tonight. Facts. Facts. And also country. Facts, right? I mean, y'all know that, man. Miss me with that energy, bro. You can miss me with that energy. Castle owns Cade. Hey, look at this, dude. This is Victor Wemba Yum Yum. Okay, so I talked about this during the last trivia quiz. Remy right now is dropping. This photo right here is from Futurama, and it's Victor Wembanyama who does the voice of the basketball alien, which is hilarious. I love your photo, dude. I like that a lot. Black Boys Entertainment saying, let's go Spurs. It's time to start a winning streak here. Robert saying, thank you, Robert. I appreciate that, man. Go Spurs go from Costa Rica, says Hector. Hater blockers are on right now, says DJ Gene. That's it, bro. Just put them on, man. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. Drago Balboa with a super right now. Thank you, Don, saying, DB in the house, what's up? Let's keep this $10 thread going. We appreciate you, man. Go Spurs, go. Thank you, Drago. Thank you for keeping that going right now. I'll leave this up for a moment. Let's take a look at the Detroit Pistons here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Detroit Pistons' next game is tomorrow. So, excuse me, their next game is on Saturday. This will be the 7th. Today is the 5th. Saturday the 7th, it's against the Brooklyn Nets. On Sunday, they play the Miami Heat. They have to travel from Detroit to Miami. Tuesday, Pistons at Brooklyn. Thursday next week, a week from today, 76ers at Pistons. And then we've got Grizzlies at Pistons to round out the next 5 games here. Nathan, what's up, dude? Saying, don't jinx me tonight, Mario. I'm already in the black, so please don't shoot me down. Don't worry, bro. I'm here just to call it like I see it. Love the 210, but Detroit till death, says Jerry Skills. Jerry Skills. Folks, we're back from our commercial break. Cade Cunningham pulls the trigger. Bang! Knocks down that shot. So Cade Cunningham, a long-range three-point bucket there. And a quick timeout called by San Antonio. So now San Antonio needs a moment to talk about it. The second quarter just started, and San Antonio calls a timeout. I don't know if Mitch Johnson really needed to call a timeout, but he did. So we get another commercial break here. All right, y'all. Those of you, thank you, Nathan. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Feel great that the Spurs are contenders again. Dude, you with the UTSA Roadrunners logo, you and me both, bro. I am so ready for San Antonio to get some wins. Let's go San Antonio. Spurs says, because I got high. We cut back to another commercial break. Let's ask you guys a question. It's the end of the first quarter. Well, it's actually a quick timeout. Where are you watching from? Where are you guys watching from, man? Let me know. Shout out to the Dusty Attic. Welcome back. Always great to have the Selling Your Family in the chat. Thank you so much. I can still feel the workout from the pump cam the other day. Can you? Nice. We got you in Maine. What up, man? My main man. That's you, bro. We got Drago Balboa in Indiana. Remy flexing for Florida. Windsor, Ontario. Welcome in Grant Robinson. Robert in San Antonio, Texas, just like me. Good to be live. However, go Pistons, says the Dusty Attic. Looks like Jerry Skills saying Detroit. San Antonio, of course, the 210, says Rapache. Washington State for CJ Banning, way out there on the West Coast. Inglewood, California, way out there in the West Coast. South Carolina checking in right now. I see you out in Gaffney, South Carolina. HB Link in Detroit. Tommy in his bedroom. Oh, right. LaGrange, Georgia, and Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Black Boy Entertainment, thank you. And thank you, Joe TR 8645. I see you, Maroon Commando. I see you, Fred Moran. New Sammy. Welcome back, bro. Colorado/Detroit fan. What up? Looks like Raphael Matthews. Ladies and gentlemen, the commercial break, the San Antonio Spurs 1-minute timeout is officially over. So San Antonio will inbound the basketball after the three-point shot was made from Cade Cunningham. We are no longer in a commercial break. They're cutting back to the Frostbank Center here. And I'm ready for this game to get started. Let's do this. Looks like Luis Baez saying, I subscribe too. Luis, thanks, man. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Lucinda, who's in the chat. What up, Lucinda? What up, MJK2PM? I see you, bro. I see you. We're waiting for nothing. Here we go. We'll start the clock. San Antonio already in the front court as the camera cuts back to this game. Julian Champagny. Spin move. He's at the three-point line. Backwards pass to Castle. Castle at the wing. Castle a step back and the drive with the shot clock winding down. Castle off the front of the rim. Rebound. Detroit. Cade Cunningham behind the back gets a nice screen here. He's in trouble. Double teamed. Cade Cunningham kicks it to the three-point line. This three-point shot rattles every side of the rim before going down. Count it. Looks like Javonte Green. They're calling that a long two for Javonte Green. San Antonio. The move, the drive, the shot for De'Aaron Fox on the left side is there, 40-28. Less than 11 here left to go in the second quarter. Closely contested. Cade Cunningham moving the ball around here. Cade Cunningham at the wing, shoots the triple. Rebound, Carter Bryant. This shot offline. Victor Wembanyama now in the front court, standing at the Frostbank Center logo. Wemby gets some contact here. No whistle from the officials. He faked a shot. The officials not going to let that go. Looks like Javonte Green gets the alley-oop layup. It's a 10-point game. Ooh, they're calling it a 9-point game. The score is 31-40. Right now on the move, it is Stephon Castle. Castle floats this one up and in. Stephon Castle gets the bucket. Assist by Victor Wembanyama. 9:50 left to go, left to play in this second quarter. The drive, the dribble. On the left side, it's blocked by Wemby. Wemby gets the swat. Passing it back, here's Wemby, a pump fake at the three-point line. He goes inside the paint. He misses, but gets his own putback. Wembanyama gets the bucket and the foul. And one opportunity here for the San Antonio Spurs. Wemby going to turn around and roar and flex at the camera as he should. You can't stop Wemby. You can't stop Wemby. Go Spurs. So San Antonio going to take a trip to the free throw line. The score 44-31, this to make it a 45-31. Crunch time. What's up, dude? Spurs, I'm guessing with their court. Yes, the San Antonio Spurs are at home. I always update this court graphic, by the way. Wemby makes the free throw. It is 45-31. We'll start the clock once again. Moving the ball up court, moving the ball around here. Cade Cunningham gets another screen. Cunningham feeds inside to Stewart. Isaiah Stewart is fouled, and Wemby is going to be charged for that foul. This will be foul number 1 for Victor Wembanyama. Jalen Duren nowhere to be found right now. He got 2 fouls early in the first quarter. Stephon Castle looking at 2 fouls. Carter Bryant looking at 2 fouls. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the free throw line with 9:24 left to play in the first half. On the court right now, this might be a challenge here. The officials are taking a look at this. Leading this game, this is kind of crazy, bro. Okay, so Wemby already playing lights out. He's got 17 points. But take a look at our leaders over here on the right-hand side. For those of you who are not used to these numbers, I've got your point leaders up top. I've got your rebound leaders in the middle column here, and your assist leaders down at the bottom. Ron Holland leads this team with just 6 points, guys. That's it. Meanwhile, De'Aaron Fox has 18. Wemby has 17. That's most of the points there for San Antonio already. Ron Holland also leads the team in rebounds for the Detroit Pistons. That's not going to work long-term for Detroit. We need to see Jalen Duren, we need to see Cade Cunningham. We got to see some of the other players step up and crash these boards here. Obviously, Oscar Thompson not being in this game makes a huge difference. See if I can't find any information online right now about Oscar Thompson. What's going on, Hunter? Hunter's smelly log. Giggity. What's up, Hunters? What's on with Oscar Thompson? Will he play? He did play, but he rolled his ankle early in the first. I hope Wemby gets 30 points. He probably will, MJ. He probably will. HB Link saying Detroit, Detroit, Detroit. Living like Larry checks into the chat. Larry says, the Spurs in the middle of the court should have been a dead giveaway. Should have been, for sure. When Banyama Jamma says CJ Banning. Grant with his comment right now. Grant checks into the conversation saying they need to screen more effectively to get Cade away from Castle. But he's fighting through the screens every single time. I think that's what's going to happen. Castle's going to have to break through those screens time and time again, man. Rapache saying, I'm picking up Whataburger, going to enjoy the game at home. It's a defensive foul. San Antonio challenged it. San Antonio challenged it. They lost the challenge here. Wemby saying, no, 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 I got a piece of that. Mitch Johnson not happy with the call. Cade hasn't been playing good these past few games. Let's see if he can get on his game, says Luis Baez. Let's see, Luis. I don't know if it's Luis or Lewis. But here's the free throw. Isaiah Stewart gets the first shot to fall. It's 32-45. San Antonio with a 17-point lead. 9:24 left to play in the first half of this game. Isaiah Stewart, 24 years old, 6'8", knocks down the second of his 2 free throws. And Stewart now up to 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. San Antonio with the basketball. It is Stephon Castle. Castle, bounce pass over to Wembanyama. Another one to Fox. Fox will drive. Fox will shoot. No, he will alley-oop it to Carter Bryant. And Bryant is there for the jam. Sammy asking, how do I choose which games to call? I choose the games that I think will be the most fun. Here's the shot for Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham knocks this one down. Easy shot for Cunningham. If you want to see the other games that I have for the week, guys, you can check out my shelf on the YouTube channel. De'Aaron Fox steps into the paint, kicks it to Castle. Castle fakes right, goes left, pump fake inside the paint, gets the bucket and the foul. Whistle comes in and one. 49-35, San Antonio up by 14, and we get a free throw coming up here as well. So yeah, man, it's a combination of, are these teams possibly going to make the playoffs? That's like the first thing I look at. That actually not true. That is the first thing I notice. But the first thing I really have to look at when I choose what games to call, I need to know if my wife is going to be at work or not. And that's why I decide if I'm going to do 7 o'clock games or 10 o'clock games, because if my wife isn't getting home from work until 8 p.m., I can't exactly start a game at 6:30 with a baby on my chest. We did that 2 days ago. It did not go well. San Antonio up. The score is 50-35. Looks like this is going to be a missed shot from Cade Cunningham. San Antonio tries to fast break here, the Euro, and this shot goes up and in. Another bucket there. De'Aaron Fox extending the lead even further. Are we going to get a blowout here in San Antonio? Are they going to beat the brakes off of these Detroit Pistons today? Kickball on the inside. Wemby kicks that one away. Grant, thank you very much, sir. You know, professional is... So Grant left this comment here asking if I'm a professional broadcaster. I hesitate to say no. I hesitate to say no. Here, and I'll explain that in a moment. Cade Cunningham is in trouble. It's going to be poked away, but there's a foul that came in. So 8:01 left to go. Shot clock down to 7. Stephon Castle totally puzzled by the whistle that came in. Anyways, Grant asks if I'm a professional broadcaster. I pay my mortgage broadcasting these games, so I guess you could call me semi-pro. Am I on like a national radio network or on national TV? No, but I'm on a lot of TVs across the YouTube landscape. There's the inbound pass, folks. Cade Cunningham is at the hash. Cunningham looking for a screen. He will get it. Jalen Duren has checked back in. Cade Cunningham passes inside to Jalen Duren. Duren shoots. He gets the foul and the bucket. And one opportunity for him. Victor Wembanyama picks up his second foul of the day. So Wemby picks up a foul. Jalen Duren goes to the free throw line. The score is 37-52. It is a 15-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs. We are going to see free throws here for the Detroit Pistons. That is facts right here, DJ Gene. Mario is full-time employed by his channel. That is true. The answer is yes. Thank you, Jay Mullen. Thanks, Sam Derby. Sam, thank you, Sam. Thank you, HB. Oscar Thompson will officially not play, question mark. And one opportunity for Jalen Duren. Unsuccessful. Rebound, Wembanyama. Stephon Castle brings the ball into the front court here for the Spurs. Castle going to his left side. He is inside the paint here. Doesn't like the look. He kicks it out, but it's stolen by the Pistons. And Cunningham goes all the way. He is swatted by Wemby. And then he touches the ball before it goes out of bounds. It is Spurs ball. Wemby with another block. We start the clock once again. Dylan Harper taking his time right now. So Dylan Harper at the Frostbank logo, just sticking with the ball here. A lot of movement off the ball for the Spurs. Carter Bryant gets open, pulls the trigger on the triple, but he is off the mark with that shot. Rebound, Jalen Duren. Cade Cunningham will drive. Cade Cunningham will square his hips, shoot that, flicks the wrist, and knocks it down. 39-52, San Antonio with the lead. 13-point lead for the Spurs. Dylan Harper is at the logo here. He is eye-to-eye with Kevin Huter. I don't know if I said that right, but Kevin, ooh, good defense there. A miss for Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper shot, the layup no good. Jalen Duren brings the ball up court. It's a size mismatch, a 2-point shot. Little short right there. Stephon Castle was the defender. Victor Wembanyama pump fakes at the triple. He is fouled at the three-point line, and Wemby goes to the stripe to shoot 3 shots. So 3 shots coming up for Victor Wembanyama. Think about how many people have seen and heard Mario's face and voice. The data will blow your mind. Honestly, that's kind of crazy, Jay Mullen, because what are we at? 30 million views on this channel already? Something like that? Which is kind of crazy. 30 million views, and that's in the past, like, 2 years alone. Kevin Herder, thank you. Hey, Michael Mack, thank you for the super chat, sir. You adapted well with the kid the other day. Thanks, dude. You watched that? You got stuck watching me with Sammy? Here's a shot for Wemby. By the way, they called that. It looked like it was going to be 3 shots. They said it was before Wemby's shot. Pause. Just a quick pause. I said it was 3 shots for Wembanyama. I spoke too soon. They called it a regular foul. San Antonio gets the basketball. They inbound the ball. Wemby is now fouled on this shot. And this shot did not look like a foul. I mean, Jalen Duren was literally standing there with just his hands up in the air, and the officials called that a foul, which I think is crazy. That's the 3rd foul of the day for Duren, so Duren goes back to the bench here. First free throw is good for San Antonio. Foul trouble. Oh, that's the 4th foul for Jalen Duren. Excuse me, Jalen Duren has 4 fouls on the day. If you had $1 for every viewer, says Maroon Commando. If I had $1 for every viewer, I don't know, man. That's a philosophical concept there. If I had $1 for every viewer, this channel would have a whole staff behind it, and it would be a lot different. Because I would still do this if I won the lottery. 3-point shot goes up. It's a miss, but it's a rebound and a putback for Duncan Robinson, who cleans up the mess there. Duncan Robinson gets the putback. San Antonio with the basketball. Cross-court pass to a wide-open player. Dylan Harper doesn't take it, but he does get a very, very nice finger roll inside. San Antonio 56, Detroit Pistons 41. Cade Cunningham in some trouble. A fadeaway jump shot is there for him. That's his way out. Good shot for Cade Cunningham. 43-56. Harper working against Herter. Here's a no-look pass to Wemby. It's a two-point shot for Wembanyama. A little short there. Rebound, Detroit Pistons. Nice move. It looks like Green will take it all the way, but he is fouled at the end of this one. That foul looks like it's going to be on the rookie here. So this is going to be a foul on Harper. Foul on Harper. Javonte Green goes to the free throw line for the Detroit Pistons. Detroit to shoot 2 shots. 2 shots. Except we don't say that for the other team. It's only for our Spurs. Walmart Bread. What's up, man? I have the parlay on Devin Vassell. 20.5 points, rebounds, assists, says Walmart Bread. First free throw is good. Sam saying the Spurs will be playing in June. I agree. Fox with a 20-banger in the first half. Yeah, bro. Fox with a 20-banger in the first half there, Santino. Damn, he says. He'd still do this if he won the lottery. That's awesome. I like cooking barbecue, but if I was offered a job cooking it, it would take the fun out of it, says DJ Gene. Here's the second free throw. It is good. Michael saying it's a marathon, not a sprint. By the way, I didn't get to flex this one here. Michael, thank you again for that super, brother. The score is 45-56, folks. San Antonio with the ball. Here's quick feet for De'Aaron Fox, and he is going to lose the basketball, but it's recovered by Luke Cornett with 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's in trouble. Keldon Johnson pulls the trigger on the three. No good. Rebound, Javonte Green. Javonte Green pushes it forward. Marcus Sasser goes under the rim. Sasser passes to Robinson. Robinson works his way around the horn. A reach-in foul right here. CJ Banning with a super chat. Thank you, CJ. Mr. Banning. Let's go. Let's put a heart. Let's put a heart on both of these. Heart here. I got to heart this one. Let's go. Thank you, guys. Hey, Mac is back. Looks like both teams are in the bonus. I didn't stop my clock. Let's pause for just a moment, folks. There was a foul right now. Both teams in the bonus, which means any foul at this point will put them at the free throw line. The first free throw there for Duncan Robinson is no good. Robinson gets another shot. I know De'Aaron Fox is so glad to not be with the Sacramento Kings anymore. There's Mac again saying, yo, welcome back, Mac. It's good to have you back in here, bro. Robert says, seems like a good game. It's cool to see Fox going off. Second free throw is good for Duncan Robinson. We got about 4 minutes here left to go. 4.5 left to play in the first half of this game. Ooh, looks like a bump right there, and Devin Vassell comes up with the basketball. The elbow jump shot for Devin Vassell is nothing but net as he drains that shot. Jenkins. Jenkins on the court. And this time it's Stewart. Stewart misses his shot. That's a rebound, San Antonio. The San Antonio Spurs. Devin Vassell puts this one way up off the top of the glass right there. Manages to get that one going in. That's like vintage Tony Parker shot over much taller defenders there. Devin Vassell getting crafty. Here's a screen from Tobias Harris. Here's the move. A feed to Isaiah Stewart. He is hacked. Looks like this foul is going to be charged to Julian Champagnie. Let me double check this right now. It is Luke Cornett who draws the foul, who commits the foul, I should say. Foul committed by Luke Cornett. We're at the free throw line. Isaiah Stewart takes a long, deep breath with 3:44 left to play in the first half. Free throw is there. 47-60. That's what I'm saying, DJ Gene. We would push everything at, if I won the lottery, we would push every bit that we could towards making this the best production Here is another free throw. This one is offline. We start the clock. San Antonio with the basketball. It's De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox against Jenkins. Gets a screen from Vassell, and now a change of personnel. De'Aaron Fox steps back, shoots the elbow jump shot, knocks it down. Again, so smooth. De'Aaron Fox is on fire today with 22 points. Tobias Harris. Jenkins. Back to Harris. Harris working on Keldon Johnson. Man-to-man defense here. Ooh, man-to-man collapse. Wide open. Triple. Bang! Nice shot for Isaiah Stewart. Keeping the Pistons close here. Close-ish, I should say. It's a 12-point game. San Antonio 62. Detroit 50. Luke Cornett back to Fox. Fox likes the look. Fox off the mark. Little short and a little left on that shot for De'Aaron Fox. Tobias Harris steps on it, passes out to the three-point line. Jenkins working on Champagnie. Pushes this inside to Isaiah Stewart. One more back and forth action here. Looks like there might have been a foul before the dunk. So maybe a foul. Let's see what the officials have to say. Is Devin Vassell getting 22.5 points, rebounds, assists? I wish I knew, my friend. Do y'all think that Tobias is getting 4.5 boards? Tobias Harris right now with 0 rebounds. He is at the free throw line. Again, in the bonus, the Detroit Pistons go to the line. So Tobias Harris was fouled on that play. Got to refresh my screen here. Tobias Harris fouled on that play. Looks like this is going to end up being De'Aaron Fox who commits the foul. So Fox gets his first foul of the day. 12-point game. And like button smashed, says Drago Balboa. Both free throws are good for Detroit. Tobias Harris knocks them both down, folks. Thank you, Drago Balboa, for the update. San Antonio going to the left side of your screens, folks. Victor Wembanyama now in possession of the rock. He passes this inside. Stephon Castle against Cade Cunningham. Shot clock inside of 5. Backwards pass to Wemby. The straightaway tray, no good. Got to be a foul right there. Looks like this one's going to go on Tobias Harris. So Tobias Harris going to commit the foul against Keldon Johnson, which means Keldon Johnson should take a trip to the free throw line to shoot 2. Shooting 2 shots. Just stopping by to say hello. Thank you, Angela. Hi, Angela. Keldon Johnson just made his first free throw. Both teams in the bonus. About 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Then we go to our halftime trivia quiz. Spurs have this under control, says Joe Reyna. Drago Balboa, I see you. Second free throw also there. So Keldon Johnson knocks them both down, does his job. Cade Cunningham has been contained. Has really been contained in today's game. A backwards pass, a little wild there. Tobias Harris does corral the wild pass. Back to Cade Cunningham. Cunningham looking for some space. Stephon Castle giving him nothing. Rebound, Victor Wembanyama. Julian Champagnie back to Wembanyama as they bring it up court. Wemby against Isaiah Stewart gets the screen. Good job to fight through that screen. Champagnie. Vassell. Vassell looks like he's going to use the screen, changes his mind. Vassell's in trouble, kicks it to Wemby, the wide open 3, bang! Wembanyama knocks down another triple. 67-52, Victor Wembanyama making it rain today. Wemby up to 22 points. We'll stop the clock with 1:24. Thank you, Angela. Channel is growing, by the way. I mean, it's fluctuating. We're staying somewhere here in the 114 range. We do want to get to 115 if at all possible, but for now, we're just calling these games to the best of our abilities. Keldon Johnson in the paint. Looks like he's going to get the foul, and he does actually get the foul. Keldon Johnson, you can hear the holler through the headphones. I could hear him shouting as he got hacked on the way up. Mario Dread, says Dwayne. No dread here. Christian Canizales. What up, Christian? Saying go Spurs, go. We're out here on the east side. San Antonio. First free throw, Keldon Johnson. Good. 68-52. 16-point game. San Antonio looking good today, folks. The Spurs are shooting 56% from the floor, 42% from three-point land. Meanwhile, the Pistons struggling to get shots. San Antonio 69, giggity. Detroit Pistons 52. Tobias Harris, back and forth, back to Harris. Harris in the paint, crosses the paint, back to Duncan Robinson. Robinson back to Harris, back to Robinson. Shot clock down to 3. Robinson will drive. He will shoot this one. No good. Rebound, Keldon Johnson. Devin Vassell, bottom of the screen. Vassell to Castle. Castle unable to get the screen here. Wembanyama at the three-point line. He swings his arms low. Wemby clearly fouled right there. He will take a trip to the stripe. 28 seconds left to go in the first half. Have you subscribed yet, Santino? Any trick questions in the trivia quiz tonight? No, I think he actually gave you guys a chance on this one. There are some difficult questions on today's trivia quiz. More Spurs games equals more viewers, says Peter Gonzalez. We'll be covering the Spurs next week on Tuesday against the Boston Celtics. Victor Wembanyama knocks down that free throw. The score is 70-52. Spurs up by 18 right now, starting to feel like another blowout game. Ooh, Joe, rude music. Shots fired. He says Wemby is a flop artist. Play ball, you big baby. I don't know. Doesn't sound like Wemby's the one crying right now. 28.1 left to go here in the first half. They're cleaning the sweat off the floor here. About to start this clock here. My apologies. With 28 left to go, there's the inbound pass. Cade Cunningham, bottom of the screen. Cunningham guarded by Carter Bryant. Here's the pass to Tobias Harris. Harris eye to eye with Vassell. Back to Cunningham. Cunningham fakes to the right, goes to the left. Assist on the defense. Bounce pass to a wide open Tobias Harris, who drills the three-point shot. San Antonio with 10 seconds here. Champagny to Vassell. Vassell going to hold for the last shot. Vassell goes to the left. Transition, step back, triple. This one was a prayer way off the mark. And that is the end of the first half. So we go to halftime. We'll put 15 minutes on the clock. We'll start it here. We'll turn off both of those. And we go to halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, don't go anywhere. It's time for our trivia quiz. All right, guys, I'm going to ask y'all 10 questions here. It's your job to just do your best and forget the rest. Now, if you can get these all right, I will be very impressed. If you cannot, so what? There's nothing on the line. Question number 1. Why did my trivia quiz disappear? What is that? Wow. Okay. Hang on one second. I downloaded the wrong trivia quiz file. So, we'll try this again. Okay, we'll do this a little bit backwards. In the meantime, let's do this. We'll go to Canva. We'll download this. Download. Should have been all pages. It only gave me page 1. That's trash. Okay, we'll download this one. Time for trivia, says DJ Gene. That's what Robert said. Your quizzes shut me down, but super fun to try, says Sam Derby. Let's talk some stats here before we go into the trivia quiz. No, Santino. That was me, bro. That was me. I downloaded just page 1 instead of the 39 pages that are supposed to make up our trivia quiz. We'll do this really quick. Why don't we take a look at your leaders for today? So we're going to see the starters come back out, and we can talk about the field goal and the stats and that information right now. The Pistons are shooting 34% from the floor, and San Antonio at 55% from the floor. Three-point land, it's getting better for the Detroit Pistons. They've not taken a lot of three-point shots. If we really want to get into the stats right there. Yeah, this is definitely glitching out on me. It's crazy, man. Technical difficulties left and right. So if we look at the three-point percentage here, guys, the Pistons have attempted 14 three-point shots. The San Antonio Spurs have attempted 20 three-point shots. The Spurs have knocked down 8, and the Pistons have knocked down 5. Wow, so much goes into what we enjoy here. There is a lot. Halftime show is better than the Red Panda. Well, wait, Peter Gonzalez. I do have a halftime trivia quiz for you in just a moment. All of those slides are still working here. They're downloading, but I download them in 4K. I could have downloaded it in like 1080 to get it right, or to get it quickly, but we put in all that extra work. Plus, we still have 12 minutes in halftime. Our trivia quiz takes exactly 8 minutes and 39 seconds. So as long as this file is downloaded before the 8-minute and 39-second mark, we'll have the trivia quiz for you. San Antonio crushing it right now. San Antonio averaging 24. San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama, 24 points. We've also got De'Aaron Fox with 22. Vassell with 7. Johnson with 2. Carter Bryant. Keldon Johnson with 4. Carter Bryant with 2. And Stephon Castle with 5. It's like everyone is contributing right now. We look down the side over here for the Detroit Pistons. Looks like Isaiah Stewart has 12. Cade Cunningham has 11. Isaiah Stewart leads the team right now for the Detroit Pistons. Jalen Duren leads the Detroit Pistons in rebounds, and Cade Cunningham leads the team in assists. He should be the one scoring, but we are not seeing that. Okay, once again, for those of you who missed this right here, these are the records across the NBA, and we've got a little bit of time here. We should be getting this file downloaded any moment now. Oklahoma City Thunder in front of the pack right now, 49 wins this season. San Antonio with 44 wins. Houston Rockets with 38, Minnesota with 39, Denver Nuggets with 38 wins, and then the bottom three are the Lakers, the Suns, and the Golden State Warriors. On the other side in the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons, 45-15, the Boston Celtics, 41-21, the New York Knicks, 40, Cleveland Cavaliers, 39, and let's see, without any further stalling for time, this should be our trivia quiz. Okay. Let's redo kick, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our trivia quiz, and we are going to finish this thing right on time. CJ Banning says that the Spurs are doing well. Reminds me of downloading songs when I had AOL, bro, right? LimeWire, FrostWire. Well, let's start with question number 1. Easy question, guys. Who is the Spurs' official mascot? Is it the Cowboy, the Coyote, or the Alamo? Easy question here. A, B, or C? Robert says B. Robert's the only one to answer right now, which is cool. At least Robert's on board. Rick says B. Okay, Rick, I see you. Looks like Robert and Rick are right. Question number 1, the answer is the Spurs Coyote. He's been our Coyote. He's been my favorite for quite some time. Love me, my San Antonio Spurs. Good job, guys. Most of y'all got this one right. Well done. Looks good. Looks good. All right, question number 2. Question number 2, folks. Where are the Detroit Pistons currently ranked in the Eastern Conference? I literally just showed you this. Are they first, second, or third in the Eastern Conference? Literally just showed you. A, B, or C, guys. And this particular stream probably has like a 15-second delay, maybe a 20-second delay. Robert, back-to-back correct answers. Joe got it. Kunkmeister, Otter got it. Peter got it. Most of y'all got this one right. Well done, guys. They are first in the East. They are the beasts of the East. So that might be the last easy question. Let's do something just a tad bit more difficult for question number 3. You may know this, you may not. About how long has it been since the Spurs last played at the Frost Bank Center prior to today? Has it been 2 weeks? Has it been 3 weeks? Or has it been 4 weeks since their last home game? San Antonio right now. Okay. The answer is actually 4 weeks, guys. They have not played a home game since February 7th, 2026. That was against the Mavericks. A whole month on the road. An entire month. They did not lose a single game in February. I think everyone missed that one. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, this one's a little tougher here, maybe. Who has the single season record for total rebounds for the Detroit Pistons? It's the single season record, guys, not full career. Is it Ben Wallace, Andre Drummond, or Dennis Rodman? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? A couple y'all got this one right. The answer is Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman holds the Detroit Pistons single season record for total rebounds with 1,530 total rebounds in the 1991-1992 season. That was the year I was born. Okay, next question. Where did De'Aaron Fox play college basketball? Did he play at the University of Kentucky? Did he play at LSU? Or did he play at Duke? De'Aaron Fox, guys, where did he play college basketball? You may or may not know this. No penalties for wrong answers. I love this. A, question mark. A couple people saying A. You guys are right. NP Low. You were first one to get this one right, I believe. Rick, Peter, George, good job, guys. Good job, guys. That's awesome. You guys crushed that question. It is De'Aaron Fox, who was drafted out of the University of Kentucky. Let's move on to question number 6. Who was leading the Detroit Pistons in steals entering today's game? We talked about it during the pregame. Do you remember who I said it was? Is it is it Cade Cunningham, Oscar Thompson, or Jalen Duren? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? You should know. Is if you don't know, you're about to know. In steals, guys, steals entering today's game. It is Oscar Thompson, averaging 1.9 steals per game. DJ Jean was here for the start of this one. He heard the info. Joe Reyna probably just knew that one because he got it right. Robert, you got it right. CJ Banning, you got it right. Good job, guys. Sam, I see you out there. Ken, well done. All right, guys, at what age did Tony Parker debut for the San Antonio Spurs? How young was Tony Parker when he entered the league? Was he 19? Was he 20? Or was he 21 years old? 19, 20, or 21 when Tony Parker entered the league as a rookie? Well, he checked in at just 19 years old, guys. He was drafted 28th overall back in 2001 at the age of 19. And the Frenchman, well, looks like San Antonio really likes their Frenchman because Victor Wembanyama is also, and Boris Diaw, and a few others. Okay. Which team have the Pistons played the most in franchise history? Is it the New York Knicks? Is it the Atlanta Hawks? Or is it the Sacramento Kings? This is what separates the boys from the men. Do you know this answer here? This is a difficult question. Which team have the Pistons played the most in franchise history? The answer, believe it or not, is the Atlanta Hawks. They have played a total of 491 games. 491 games in their history. You do the math on that, man. That's a lot of basketball against each other. Let's go on to question number 9. How many former Spurs have been inducted into the Hall of Fame? Now, I'll tell you this. If Santino didn't give me the cheat sheet, I would have absolutely gotten this one wrong. Is it 11, 12, or 13? Is it 11, 12, or 13? How many Spurs have been inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame? Peter, you do not. The answer is 13. There is your list, which is crazy. Now, feels kind of like a trick question here because Tracy McGrady didn't play most of his career for the San Antonio Spurs, so I guess we did get one trick question, but that was the full list right there. Now, what year, this is the last question, guys. What year was Blake Griffin traded to the Pistons? Was it 2016, 2017, or 2018? A, B, or C? What year was Blake Griffin traded to the Pistons? You guys remember that? If you tell me who's Blake Griffin, I'm going to say, what? Joe saying, I don't care. It's 2018, guys. He's no longer obviously with the team, but it was a huge superstar move, moving from the Clippers to Detroit. He did end up developing some new skills in Detroit, but overall, his legacy will remain with the LA Clippers. Okay, guys, that's it. How did y'all do on this trivia quiz? No penalties here. Robert got 7 out of 10. DJ Jean got 7 out of 10. Good job, DJ Jean. Good job, Robert Samora. Both of y'all 7 out of 10. If you got more than 6 right, congratulations. You are in the pocket right now. CJ Banning, you were close, my friend. You were close. Looks like about 90 seconds here until halftime is over, guys. So, with 90 seconds here left to go, I'm going to give your ears a break. This is actually going to be the last time I run this ad here, because the event is actually coming up, tomorrow or on Saturday. So I'm going to cut away for a quick video break. I'll be back in 60 seconds. Hang tight.
Yeah, fourth quarter pressure, faith in my chest. Down on the scoreboard, still feel blessed. Cleats in the mud, but my vision clear. God put me here, I should be here. Life hit hard, I ain't fall. Cross on my neck, heart on gold. Devil try blitz, but I don't fear. If I got right, I should be here. You should be here. Right where you stand. God got a purpose, God got a plan. Win or lose, still call this year. He put you in the game. You should
I'm
be
glad
here.
I came down here to watch y'all work, man, and I personally wanted to invite you to my camp again this year.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, you're one of the MVPs last year, so we'll be out there March 7th and 8th again. And
I'll be there.
yeah, man, I'm excited.
Thank you.
Yeah, brother.
All right, guys, if you want more information on the event that's coming up right now, that video, if you guys want more info, you can check out the website. There it is. I just spammed it into the chat. You can check out my website and, get whatever information you're looking for. They've actually made the event completely free to attend. The only bad part is that it might get rained out, but it is a cool opportunity to meet and network with NFL players. So if you guys know someone who is looking for some good film, Santino and I will actually be out there on Saturday and Sunday collecting film for these players. Originally, it was supposed to be an 8-hour live stream. I don't think that's going to work because of the weather. We'll talk about that after this game is over. Right now, folks, we are starting the third quarter, so let's get this thing underway. Starting the third quarter, and the San Antonio Spurs are on defense. They come up with a steal. Victor Wembanyama gets the steal to start the quarter. Devin Vassell with the basketball goes to the left-hand side using Wemby as a screen right here. Passes it backwards to Stephon Castle. Castle will stop and pull up and shoot. It's a putback jam for Wemby. 73-55, San Antonio with an 18-point lead. Tobias Harris. Cade Cunningham. Cross court here. Jenkins. Sidestep. Jenkins under the rim. He turns around and shoots this one right over the hoop. It's an air ball. Recovered here by Duren. Duncan Robinson gets the shot to fall, though. He gets the pass backwards from Duren. Assist to Duren. Triple Duncan Robinson. Julian Champagnie knocks down his first bucket of the day. Champagnie, like the look of that wing three. The score 76-58, trading buckets here for the Spurs and the Pistons. Here's the move for Jenkins. Jenkins to Duren. Duren trying to get the best of Victor Wembanyama. He thinks twice about that. Tobias Harris to Cade Cunningham. Cunningham Double teamed here. Good defense for San Antonio. Another fadeaway jump shot. Air ball recovered by Champagny. Vassell telling the players to move forward. Wemby brings it up. Hand over to Vassell. Shot clock down to 10. Wembanyama makes his move. Wemby pulls up and shoots from the edge of the paint. It's off the front of the rim and into the hands of Cade Cunningham. Cunningham is at the bottom of the screen. Cunningham cuts to the left-hand side. Baseline jump shot for him. Way off the mark. Another air ball. That's back-to-back air balls on fadeaway jump shots. Feed inside. Wembanyama has it. Wemby gets the bucket to go. 78-58. It's a 20-point game. San Antonio in the driver's seat now. Almost losing the basketball. Detroit Pistons get stripped here. Poked out of bounds, though. Last touch by De'Aaron Fox. The clock will stop with 9:46. Air ball, says CJ Banning. Thanks for the weather report. And now for sports, says Trago Balboa. Alien dagger time. My dude always pulling out a random talent. All the time. All righty, folks. So 9:46 here left to go. It looks like the Detroit Pistons need to call a timeout early in this half. 4 timeouts remaining for Detroit. Timeout has been called by the Pistons. So we go to another commercial break. Let's take a quick look, guys. Looks like we're sitting at 425. That's cool. I'm going to take a quick look at the analytics here. I want to refresh. We got about 300 people watching. That's a good place to be right now. Those of you still hanging out with me, if you are new to the channel, help a brother out, smash that like button. Let's see if we can find the likes. We're sitting at 134 on the likes. I think we can get to 250. I definitely think we can get to 250. Those of you guys hanging out with me right now. If I've had your attention for 10, 15 minutes, and you haven't smashed that like button yet, what are you waiting for? My name is Mario. You are watching basketball on a channel called Football Nation. I hope that you are enjoying the program that I'm putting out there right now. Sam Derby saying, get the bench out there. Because I got high says, oof, Detroit getting smacked around. Denise Nokia saying BTA. I got Country saying, make sure you hit that like button. Pistons are drowning. Peter says, done. 250 is feasible. That's what I'm saying. Saying, what's up from Chicago? Muggs Reels. What's up, dude? How are you, sir? Welcome in. Smash that like. Thank you very much. That's a replay. Spurs win, says Sandy Cultivo. Fact. Y'all, if you're watching this stream right now, if you are also a sports content creator and you are interested in having a channel review and potentially working with Football Nation, any kind of collab, check out the Q&A. Check out the description in the video. Check out the description down below of this video. You will see a couple of links in that description. And if you are interested in, if you guys are interested in having a channel review, I can help you out with that. Folks, we are in the middle of a commercial break. Timeout was called by the Detroit Pistons. 58-78 San Antonio in pretty good control right now. Up by 20. We're getting into the thick of things here in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, long way away with about 10 minutes left to go. G'day from down under, says Richard. Thanks, Richard. Thanks for checking in, bro. Fist bumps to you. So we will cut back from this. Here's the move, the pull-up and the shot. This one also way offline. Cade Cunningham looks like he is cross-eyed or he's wearing beer goggles or something. Feed inside, and this is going to be Keldon Johnson with an easy bucket. It's a 22-point lead for San Antonio. James Perkins just subscribed. Okay, so San Antonio back on defense. Dennis Jenkins with the basketball here. He's going to get that one poked away. This sails out of bounds as Stephon Castle reaches in and is able to get that one out to the sideline. Don't get it twisted. Detroit Pistons play 48 minutes. That's facts, man. We still got a lot of time left to play. Pistons fans thought they were going to beat the Spurs with beef stew. Daryl. I see y'all in the chat. Thank you for checking in. Cade Cunningham with the basketball. A pass over to Tobias Harris. Harris A spin move against Keldon Johnson. He is double teamed. Wemby is in there. It's poked away, but it's still recovered by the Pistons. Last second there as the shot clock was winding down. Ron Holland, ooh, coming back the other way. They're calling this a foul on Green. 8:52 left to go. Should be a shooting foul here, and De'Aaron Fox is going to go to the stripe to shoot two. Two shots. Thanks, Peter Gonzalez. He says, if I could, I would hit it twice. Rohan Stafari saying, Spurs are practicing. What's up, bro? Go Cowboys. What's up, man? What's up, bro? Richard with the fist bumps. Peter, I see you. This is going to go under review right now, guys, to see if it was actually a foul. Only up by 20, says DJ Gene. It's a lot. What's going on to Country and to Courtney? Welcome in, ladies. How are y'all? Welcome, welcome. Bienvenidos. Hola. Coca-Cola. Let's take a look at the schedule once again, folks. If you are a San Antonio Spurs fan, tomorrow the Spurs play at home against the Clippers. So you'll see here that including today's game, it's 6 games in a row at home for San Antonio. We've got today all the way out to the 14th. They will host the Clippers tomorrow. On Sunday, they host the Rockets. On Tuesday, I will be live to cover this game here, Spurs and Celtics. Then we've got a game on Thursday, Nuggets at Spurs. Celtics at Spurs, Nuggets at Spurs. This game will be on FanDuel. We do have nationally televised games for San Antonio here as well on ESPN, Peacock, and on Prime. This game will be the Hornets at San Antonio. That'll be the 14th. That's Saturday. Should be a slaughter there as they smash the Bugs on that one. The schedule for the Detroit Pistons is right here. Let's see. Live Marv saying, I got a question. Which basketball era would you have rather been a streamer in most? Well, it would have been cheaper to stream back in the day because they would, like, show all the games back in the day. I guess not. You would only get the games. I would say now, Lil Marv. Otherwise, you would need to have a big old satellite back in the 90s, and you'd have to get other local channels from different cities, and it just would have been a mess. I think right now, even though it's more expensive to do these streams because you got to have 5 different subscriptions, I think right now is probably the best time. Now, anyways, here's the schedule for the Detroit Pistons. They're showing the replay once again. I think the goal. Oh, they weren't calling it a foul. They were calling it a goaltend. Looks like they're eating some stadium food. Man, that looks good. That looks good. I'm hungry, man. What stream's working, says Mike. Or Mitch. Well, there's right now this game is currently on Fox Southwest or FanDuel Southwest. But you need FanDuel Southwest, you need ABC, you need Peacock, you need ESPN, you need all that stuff to catch these games, which is crazy. We start the clock once again. The score stays here 60-80. Jalen Duren is hacked right now. There's a foul, and the score is going to be 60-80, but we're going to get, looks like a trip to the free throw line. I had a 7-foot satellite dish in the 80s. It's really funny. I remember growing up, we used to live across the street from this one little convenience store called Mr. M's. We had a 2-story tree house, which was so cool. But there was also this, like, it was like a 10-foot satellite dish, bro. Like, straight up, it took up, like, a huge section of the backyard. And we would climb up into that satellite dish. It never worked. First free throw is no good, by the way. But I remember crawling up in there as a kid with, like, the Burger King Pokeballs and just throwing them at the dogs, trying to catch the dogs in my Pokeballs. Anyways, let's get back to basketball. Second free throw is good right there. We are back to the action here with 8:42 left to go in the third quarter. De'Aaron Fox going to show off the handles here as he makes his move. The basketball goes flying past the baseline. Looks like it was last touched by San Antonio. This will be Detroit Pistons basketball. And Fox has some words to say to Lady Ref over here. You hear the guy on the overhead saying, defense. And so the Spurs will get back on defense. Javonte Green feeds to Duren. Duren to Cade Cunningham. They're going to call this a blocking foul, and I think they said it was Wemby who committed the blocking foul. KB Bordeaux saying this is embarrassing. Shaking my head. Pistons got their team from the YMCA. They make hot tubs and fish ponds with those old dishes. That's a really good idea. Inbound pass, the Detroit Pistons will go up and in. Finally, the bucket is there. Looks like Ron Holland gets the bucket to fall. About 8 minutes left to play here in this third quarter. Wemby is hit as he throws that basketball towards the rim. They're going to call this a shooting foul, and Wemby's going to go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. That's going to be another foul on Jalen Duren. He is now up to 5. One more foul, and Duren will be out here. DJ Jean says, childhood, satellites and Pokeballs. That's it. I mean, if that's not me, I don't know what is. My childhood TV was made mostly of wood. We did have an old school wood TV as well. For context here, man, my dad, if he was still around, I'm 34. My dad would be in his 80s. He had me later in life. Here's the move. So we had a whole bunch of old school stuff. I listened to Elvis. I listened to the Rat Pack. Looks like a jump ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. And it is going to be Victor Wembanyama going at it. Looks like it was him and Stewart. Wemby should win this tip-off. I'm going to do my very best to not talk about myself. Come on, Detroit. Detroit looking for a way in. All right, guys, I'm stepping away from the chat. Here's the tip off, and Victor Wembanyama does win the tip off. Keldon Johnson going to fight inside the paint to get the bucket. The score is 63-82. San Antonio with a 19-point lead. Tobias Harris moves it over to Green. Green to Cunningham. Cunningham gets a screen here, and Cunningham is just inside the stripe, extends the arms off the glass. It's good. Cade Cunningham gets a nice shot to fall. Uh-oh, what happened here? Was there an off-ball foul before the shot? The bucket does not count. Interesting. So here it is. Yeah, it was holding Wembanyama back. They're going to call that a foul here against the Pistons. I'm cool with that. Three-point shot. Keldon Johnson leaves the gooseneck out there. He thought he buried it. It's off the front of the rim. Rebound this time by the Detroit Pistons. Pistons kick it to the three-point line. This triple off the front. Rebound Wembanyama. About 7 minutes left to play. I should have started my clock. Devin Vassell pushes this to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox backwards to Wemby. A pump fake, and he is hit hard. It's not going to be a shooting foul. It is going to be a hit there for Ron Holland, who is laying face down on the court. I mean, he did get smashed by Victor Wembanyama right now, and as you know, he's 7'4", 260 or 240 or whatever. Definitely a foul though against Ron Holland. Ooh, that could have been all ball though, ref. Holland got a hand on that. There was contact with the body, but the hand was on the ball. DJ Jean saying that's actually very inspiring because I got really bummed out. I'm almost 50 and have no kids. Yeah, dude, my dad had me. He must have been 48, and I have a little brother too. I have a little brother who's 2 years younger than me, so staying busy. There's the inbound pass. San Antonio with the basketball. Backing things up right now, Stephon Castle. Ooh, there's a little push there. Wemby finds himself on the floor. Stephon Castle takes matters into his own hands. Castle with the left hand will put it up and in. The score is 84-65. San Antonio hanging on to this 19-point lead here. Cade Cunningham with the spin move. The three ball. Cunningham finally hits his shot. He's up to 16 points on the day. Cade Cunningham, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists for number 2. Here's Dylan Harper. Harper cross court to Devin Vassell, who shoots the 3 ball. Rebound, Cade Cunningham. It's another board for him. Pushes this up to Duncan Robinson. Excuse me, that is not Duncan Robinson. That's Herder. Herder backwards to Tobias Harris. Harris has the cleared ball here. Harris cuts. Harris shoots. Harris is fouled by Keldon Johnson. Johnson objects. Doesn't matter. Harris will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. Where is Ausar Thompson, asks Trey. Trey, I got bad news, bro. Ausar Thompson rolled his ankle in the first quarter and has not come back to the game since. He had to go back to the locker room. I don't know if they did x-rays or what, but chances are we're not going to see Thompson for the rest of this game. Tobias Harris at the free throw line will shoot and score. 69 giggity to 84. Stephon Castle got some words he wants to trade here. I like it. Tobias Harris over me. Hurt in the first 2 minutes, says DJ Jean. Will Duren come back in? He hasn't fouled out, but he is in foul trouble. Both free throws are good for Harris. It's 70 to 84. San Antonio with the basketball. Castle working against Javonte Green. Castle goes left. He makes his move, steps on the gas. He's under the rim, kicks it out to Harper for the triple. Harper shot no good. There's a foul anyway. Stops the clock with 5:51. Who is this foul on? So it looks like a foul on San Antonio. It's going to be a turnover here, and it's Detroit basketball, I believe. Everyone's standing down here on this side of the court. I wonder. I mean, that's a wide open look. Yeah, it's a turnover here. Detroit with the basketball, extending there. Cade Cunningham can't get it, but the putback is actually there. It's Paul Reed who gets the bucket. They've made this a 12-point game. Talk about the tenacity of the Detroit Pistons. With 5:37 left to go, San Antonio takes what I believe is a much-needed timeout because they've given up a lot of points. Good job by the Detroit Pistons to stay in this game. The score is 84 to 72. 84 to 72. Son of a knick-knack, what's going on, brother? Welcome in, son of a knick-knack. B-ball Paul, says HB Link. Timeout, says CJ Banning. Seems like the only people who unfollow after get 'em. I don't know, man. That happens all the time. Hey, Donkey's in the chat. I never got a free subscription, he says. Double hee-haw. User says, I need Jalen Duren to get 3 more points. I have him for 10. Detroit on stills in this. Oh, is still in this is what he's saying. Detroit still in this? They are, bro. Detroit is still in this. We've got to fight here, though. They're definitely fighting hard. How much is a Spurs ticket, asks Same Derby. Depends on the matchup. Like the matchup for the Spurs versus the Celtics would be way more expensive than the Spurs versus the Charlotte Hornets. But overall, man, they're pretty affordable. I mean, like, not as affordable as they used to be. We used to go to playoff games all the time, man. Back when I was waiting tables and bartending, it was like what we did is go to Spurs games. But back then, we had Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, obviously Timmy. Timeout is over. San Antonio had traded a few words here. Victor Wembanyama with the basketball, a pass to Harper. Here we go. Wemby pump fakes at the 3. Wemby gonna get hacked again. Wemby goes to the free throw line. He is a foul smith, man. He does find ways to get to the stripe. So Wemby gonna crack 30 here, bro. Wemby gonna crack 30 here. 5:25 left to play in the third. Victor Wembanyama at the free throw line. The score is 84 to 72. 84-72. Wemby with 28 points. That first free throw makes it 29, so Wemby has 29. The score is 85 to 72. Cowboys, Spurs, Stars, and Pirates, says Donkey. I remember when Spurs tickets were $6.50. The nosebleeds, I think the cheapest I ever got a Spurs ticket was like $27. for like the nosebleeds. Second free throw coming in for Victor Wembanyama. On the court for the Detroit Pistons, we have had a substitution here. It's Cunningham, Stewart, Green, Reed, and Herter. That second free throw is no good for Victor Wembanyama, so he splits the free throws. Cade Cunningham looking for open space, kicks it back to Herter. Herter going to let the triple fly. Herter back iron there. It hits the shot clock. That's out of bounds. Spurs ball. I'll say it again. Spurs ball. First down. Yeet King asking what happened to De'Aaron Fox. Nothing, I would assume. I didn't see anything happen to Fox. On the court for San Antonio, Wemby, Castle, Harper, Champagnie, and Carter Bryant. Wemby gets hit in the face right now. Clock stops with exactly 5 minutes. Looks like the offender is Paul Reed. Paul Reed picks up a foul. Ethical, says Blake. Crazy, says Same Derby. Wemby going to get a 40 burger? That's possible, DJ. Trenton saying, where did Fox go? He definitely slowed down. Yeah, he definitely slowed down, though, Trenton. I don't think he's hurt, but he did slow down. De'Aaron Fox. Here we go, 4:54 left to go. San Antonio's Julian Champagnie shoots the triple. This one offline. Cade Cunningham brings the ball up court. Cunningham on the move. Cunningham in the paint. Throws this one away. He thought the official was a player. The basketball goes out of bounds. Bad pass there for Cade Cunningham. A lot of mental collapse today from Cade Cunningham. Very much not like him. It's honestly kind of weird to see Cade Cunningham not perform well. You know he's a baller, and he's still got 16 points. He should be able to put up at least 20 in this one. Wembanyama with the basketball. Wemby will go inside. He delivers a pass, another pass. Carter Bryant, Champagnie, one more. Harper for three, wide open. Can't hit that one. Looks like it was last touched by Paul Reed, but they're going to say it's out of bounds on Stephon Castle. Exactly 4:20 left to go. Okay, exactly 4:20 left to go. Seems that it was out of bounds by Paul Reed. So it is Spurs ball. There's the inbound. Dylan Harper with the basketball. Shot clock down to 9. Harper kicks it to Champagnie. Champagnie alley-oops it to Wemby. He is fouled. Wemby can't get it. 4:11 left to go. Another trip to the free throw line for Victor Wembanyama. The man is living right now at the free throw line. So take a look at the numbers for Wemby. So Victor Wembanyama right now has 28 points. He's lined up to shoot this free throw. Here comes another one. That's good. That's money. So the score is 86. Whoops. To 72. They're talking about Wemby's numbers. Or maybe Harper was what we got, says Donkey. We got Castle, but Flag is better. Or maybe Harper was what we got. No, we took Dylan Harper in the second round. Or in the first round, second overall. Wemby makes both of his free throws. Yeah, Cooper Flag went number 1. And then Dylan Harper went number 2 in the NBA draft. Victor Wembanyama has made 10 of 11 free throws, so he's got 30-plus points right now, 34 points here in this game. Cade Cunningham with the basketball. Cunningham bounce pass to the corner. The drive, a bounce outward, ball movement, looking for an open man, a pump fake at the three-point line. Stewart kicks it. This three ball flies. This three ball is good. What a shot from Herter. Kevin Herter buries the corner three. 75-87. The Detroit Pistons are not going anywhere. San Antonio cannot afford to take their foot off the gas. Here's a Wemby three. Bang! Wemby for three. 90-75. Trading three-point shots here. Here's another pump fake and a hit. Looks like Paul Reed is going to be fouled there. Paul Reed draws the foul. Looking for the next play. Nerf Herder saying HB Link. Wemby got to be like, why everybody always picking on me? Is his name Charlie Brown? Luke Cornett going to check in right now. So on the court for San Antonio, De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, Julian Champagnie, Luke Cornett, and Carter Bryant. On the court for the Pistons, Cunningham, Stewart, Herter, Reed, and LeVert. The basketball at the bottom of the screen, a wide open three is just completely airballed again by the Pistons. A no-look pass, try it again, they said. This time it's true. Bullseye there, Isaiah Stewart buries the triple after missing one just moments ago from that exact same spot. Fox goes to the left, uses a screen. Fox still covered tightly. Luke Cornett managed to get free. Carter Bryant, one more to Champagnie, lets this fly. Champagnie is fouled at the three-point line. So Champagnie will go and shoot 3 shots. This time it should be 3 shots. Where did Devin Vassell go? Somewhere to the bench there, neighborhood 214. Did I forget the Rocks? Lawrence, what's up, dude? Thank you for checking in. My beautiful wife also checking in, saying, woo basketball. Pistons aren't going anywhere, but they still aren't going to win, says Joe. Joe Reyna. Son of a knick-knack. Hell yeah, it is. Beef stew. First free throw is there, folks. Julian Champagnie is at the free throw line shooting not 1, not 2, 3 shots. 3 shots for Julian Champagnie. The first one is good. The score is 91-78. Julian Champagnie shoots the second free throw. Were they calling that a 2-point? That looked like a 3. I guess his foot must have been on the line. That was definitely from behind the arc. I don't know how that's just 2 free throws. It absolutely should have been 3. That makes no sense to me. Someone review that for me. Anybody who's watching this game can tell you that was should have been 3 shots. A missed shot right here. Paul Reed misses the shot. He gets his own rebound, puts it back in, and the score is 80-92. De'Aaron Fox has checked back in. There is no Wemby on the court. Luke Cornett with the basketball out to Julian Champagnie. Champagnie tries to go up. He cannot get the shot to fall. San Antonio can't get the offensive board, and the Detroit Pistons come away with the rock. To make it a 10-point game, Karis LeVert to Paul Reed. Reed to Cunningham. It's stolen, and it goes backwards. Last touch. They're calling it Cade Cunningham touched it last, so it ends up being Spurs ball. San Antonio Spurs get the basketball. Good effort there. Good effort. Genuine, says Blake. Genuine, question mark? You know what I'm saying? Timeout must have been called here. Looks like the Detroit Pistons are calling a timeout. 1:54 left to play. Timeout break. Get to under 10. That answered my question, says Blake. Wait, is that, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. This went out of bounds. Ooh, they said it was last touch. There's a coach's challenge here, and I think it's going to be overturned. Cade Cunningham, they're saying he touched it last, but it was clearly touched by Dylan Harper with the right hand last. So it should end up being Detroit basketball, not Spurs ball. This is reviewed right now. Are you tired standing the entire game? No, not really. I've got this pad that I stand on. Helps keep my feet from feeling like awkward, so I keep this down here. It also keeps me from tripping over cables. Plus, man, I typically don't get tired anymore. I've been walking like 3 to 5 miles a day. 3 to 5 miles every single day. I've been lifting every day. I'm getting myself back in shape. I don't really feel the fatigue as much as I did when I was heavier. The bartender pad. That's right, son of a knick-knack. And DJ Gene is true. He's right about that. I do have my Unk chair for when Unk does get tired. That's when I do 2 or 3 games in a day, which we do have a doubleheader coming up on Tuesday. But I do have my chair when needed, so I'm not Superman. I'm just here. We're in the middle of a coach's challenge, guys. We're in the middle of the coach's challenge here. The Detroit Pistons are challenging the call on the court. This is going to be overturned. Originally, they said Spurs ball. It's actually going to be Pistons basketball. And we're going to see this change here in just a moment. The challenge will be successful for Detroit, We're waiting for the announcement here from the ref. But this is going to be overturned. It's going to be Pistons ball. And this could make it a 10-point game. A 10-point game in the fourth quarter is sketchy. Yep. Last touch by San Antonio. Therefore, it's Pistons ball. That's what he's going to say. Yep. Challenge is successful. Okay. The ball will be inbounded from the backcourt here is what they're saying. The Detroit Pistons still lose that timeout because it was their second challenge here. And Wemby, says Kratos, Mini 7. Here's the inbound pass. Cade Cunningham with 7 seconds. A pass to Herder. Herder pump fakes, drives, shoots over Cornette and gets the shot to fall. San Antonio up by just 10 as the Detroit Pistons continue to claw their way back in this game. This just in, says Blake Giggity. On the dribble, Dylan Harper to Cornette. Cornette almost losing it here. Cornette backwards to Fox. De'Aaron Fox splits the defense through the teeth of the defense but can't get the shot to fall. Nice job on the offensive board. Carter Bryant comes away with it. Champagnie, Harper. Harper spins away. Cade Cunningham double team here. A pass over. Step back. Carter Bryant. One more to Champagnie. Champagnie has to make the move. He will shoot. He is fouled. 1:04 left to go. So Julian Champagnie draws the foul with time running out. It's a shooting foul. He goes to the stripe. 2 shots coming in. So 2 shots. Someone asked, where is Wemby, says Kratos. Robert says, man, why did our best shooter have to be a gambler? Hello. Oh, that's funny. First free throw. Looks like it's good. First free throw is good. Second free throw is no good. Second free throw off the front of the rim. On the bench, you can see the players right there. We start this clock with less than a minute here left to play in the third quarter. It's an 11-point lead for San Antonio. Cade Cunningham looking for an answer. Here's the drive from Cade Cunningham. A pass to Paul Reed. Big, strong bodies there for the Detroit Pistons. It's a single-digit game, folks. The Detroit Pistons still hanging around, and they have not given up by any stretch of the imagination here. De'Aaron Fox going to hang on to the ball. There's another foul. Looks like both teams are in the bonus here. Luke Cornette was shoved. Cornette had some words, or maybe they're saying it's the other way. So it's a technical foul. Cornette's got some words to say to the officials. They're saying that Luke Cornette, wow. A technical foul on Luke Cornette for flopping. Cade Cunningham shoots the free throw for the Detroit Pistons. Luke Cornette flopping there. They call it. Wow. Okay. Hey, Robert Zamora gifting out 5 Football Nation memberships. San Antonio to inbound right now, 39 seconds left to go. It's 85-93, and it's a very close game. What was a confident lead, wide open. De'Aaron Fox lines it up, too much on it, and Luke Cornette cannot get the rebound. Detroit Pistons down by just 8 now. Looking like they might hang on for one of the last shots of the quarter. Cade Cunningham works his way to the Frostbank logo. A spin move inside. It's stolen by San Antonio. It's loose now. Who's got it? Carter Bryant has it. Carter Bryant rolls over. They're calling this maybe a jump ball with 9 left to go. Interesting, says Blake. Let's go, says Robert Farmer. Thank you, Robert Zamora, for gifting out these Football Nation memberships, sir. Thank you so much. Dude, Robert, thank you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Helping the channel grow. Looks like we've got third pick in the chat. BJB Edits in the chat. Walter, just a person trying to human, and DemXNT1Me. All in the chat right now. Everybody quiet, though. Everybody is quiet here in this chat. Looks like the clock has been turned off, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch here by the Detroit Pistons after the jump ball. So the jump ball is won by Detroit. They throw it away. 6 seconds left to go, and San Antonio looking for a way. San Antonio looking to get their lead back up to double digits. Apologies, we got to start this clock right. Castle inbounds to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox holds for the last shot. He drives. He's in trouble. Not going to get the shot to go. It's just up in the air. And that's how the quarter ends. Talk about an anticlimactic finish to the third. Fourth quarter basketball on the horizon, folks. The San Antonio Spurs lead right now 93-85. Still Trill saying, let's go Detroit. Give Jalen the ball. Jalen Duren has 5 fouls. Armando says, now that it's closer, will Duren come back in? Probably. So in case you're wondering about Jalen Duren, this is the reason he is on the bench. 5 fouls right here. 7 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, 5 fouls. So that's the issue here. 1 more foul and he's done. We'll see how he holds up. Sofa Dedent. What up, man? I don't do trivias. I suck even on home games, he says. That's okay, bro. Jay Atkins says, what's good, my guy? What up, Jay Atkins? Olivia saying, who should I bet on? Olivia, I'm a Spurs fan, so my pick 9 times out of 10, probably 10 times out of 10, I'm going to take my San Antonio Spurs whenever I can. Let's see. You know what, man? Let's find out real quick. If you are new, raise your hand. Drop 5 emojis. Any 5 emojis will do. I don't care what they are. Drop 5 emojis. Let's say hi to the newbies right now as we enter the fourth quarter. It's just an 8-point game. This game has drama in it right now. Long third quarter, says John, but 8 points is surmountable. Go Stones, says John. Now, if you're new and you're not used to chatting on these kinds of games, I encourage you guys to step out, say what's up, connect with us a little bit so that I don't feel like just some dude here. I want to know who you guys are if you're coming back to watch some more. Looks like Mayuka rock and roll. I see you, Mayuka. Thank you for checking in, and thanks for letting us know that you're here. Second time here for Mr. Peter Gonzalez. What up, Mr. Gonzalez? Thank you for saying hello. Shout out to Christian Canales. Rock and roll to you, brother. I see you, man. That's the energy we're looking for right now. Thank you for checking in, Christian. We got Way JC saying, let's go Pistons. We got Mr. Mojo saying, que pasa? Country saying hello to all the newbies. Corey Gorgon. What up, Corey? Here's a fist bump to you, big dog. What up, Corey? Welcome to Football Nation. We do this a lot, man. We do this a lot. Shout out to Lundy Gray. Lundy Gray. What up, brother? Welcome in. Robert Farmers, first time. What's up, Robert Farmers? Appreciate you. Ice cold in the veins. Well, let's see if the Detroit Pistons can do that. Folks, the San Antonio Spurs hanging on to an 8-point lead. Looks like a blocking foul going to be called by the officials. Stephon Castle draws the foul. 11:49 left to go. Thank you, guys. Thank you for saying hello and checking in. I check in and liking. Thank you, user. Batron saying, let's go Spurs. There's the feed to Wemby. Wemby at the free throw line. Doesn't take the shot. Kicks it to Carter Bryant, who lines it up, and no good for Carter Bryant. We start the clock again. Good movement here. Quickly, wide open look. And this shot is no good. Offline. Looks like Dennis Jenkins can't get it. They fight for the rebound. And eventually it's corralled by San Antonio. So the Spurs get the board. Pump fake here. Looks like Castle kicks it to Carter Bryant. Bounce pass to Champagny. Champagny to Wemby. One more to Fox for 3. Fox offline. Looks like a fast break opportunity. And the Pistons take it. A block from behind. Carter Bryant with a swat. Here's Victor Wembanyama. Julian Champagny sees a lane. Easy bucket as he puts that one in. 85-95. San Antonio hangs on to the 10-point lead. They extend it back to double digits. Tobias Harris. Jenkins. Jenkins working against Castle. A feed inside to Harris. Harris sees an opening. Harris takes his shot, knocks it down. So Tobias Harris gets a good bucket there. Here's De'Aaron Fox at the hash. Fox with the basketball. Jab step, tries to cross over here. In trouble, kicks it to Castle. Wemby lines up the triple. Wemby can't get it to go. Harris with the board. LeVert with the basketball. So Karis LeVert goes to the left. LeVert pulls up to the paint, bounces this one backwards to Paul Reed. Reed reassesses, it's stolen. San Antonio, a fast break. De'Aaron Fox in trouble. De'Aaron Fox, a double clutch shot. Looking for the foul, probably was fouled on it. Less than 10 to go here. Wide open for LeVert, shoots it, and it goes over the back of the rim. San Antonio gets the basketball. Here is Wemby. Wemby going to attack right now. Wemby strong off the glass right there. 99-87, and San Antonio said, hold my beer. We got a game to play. So the Pistons have no answers for Victor Wembanyama, who scored 36 in this one and comes up with a steal here. Here's Castle. Castle's on the move. Castle to Fox. Fox. Cross to Champagny. Champagny splits the defense. Champagny tries to take it to the rack. Looks like he was fouled on the way up. Wemby gets the putback. Doesn't matter. Champagny's going to shoot two. So Champagny goes to the line with 9:19 left to go. Game got juicy, low-key, says Elo Sanchez. Chat got quiet because, man, Spurs were up by 20 at some point, says Elo Sanchez. Snowy says, why is Vassell on the bench? Snowy is heartbroken here. Why is Vassell on the bench? Folks, we're at the free throw line right now. 2 shots coming in for Julian Champagny. Oscar Thompson rolled his ankle early in the first quarter. First free throw is there. The score is 100-87. We need clean fun, says Sam Derby. Anytime. Mr. Mojo saying Shepherd for Houston balling out right now. San Antonio fancy boot jewelry, says Glenn Carlson. Next free throw coming in for Champagny. This free throw is also good. The score is 87-101. San Antonio, 14-point lead. With 9:15 left to play here, Cade Cunningham works on Castle. A pass to LeVert. LeVert has Vassell as the assignment. Backwards pass, he clears it. This three-point shot, Isaiah Stewart, keeping the Pistons alive, buries the straightaway tray. Slowly moving the ball up court. Stephon Castle looks for the screen. Castle working on LeVert. Castle in the paint, it's poked away. Castle in trouble, a lot of contact. Champagny pulls the trigger on the triple. This one, front of the rim, rebound, Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris with the rock here. He steps up into the paint, kicks it out. And they're going to slow things down. Isaiah Stewart to Cade Cunningham. Cunningham using the Stewart screen here. He gets past his man. Cunningham takes a shot, but the rejection by Wembanyama. And the alley-oop to Wemby is good. 103-90, San Antonio. 13-point lead. Everyone on their feet here at the Frost Bank Center. Isaiah Stewart passes to LeVert. LeVert kicks it to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris popping shot right there. Fighting for the rebound. San Antonio gets it back. It's Wemby with it. Wemby to Champagny. Slow things down now. Wemby says, don't slow nothing down. He shoots. Can't get the long-range triple off the front of the rim. Rebound, Detroit Pistons. Here's going to be looked like a timeout is going to be called here. A big round of applause for the San Antonio Spurs. Timeout called again. The Detroit Pistons with just 1 remaining after this. Looks like 7:42 left to play, and the lights are dimming on the Detroit Pistons. Spurs, we're looking good. Peter Gonzalez asking, where is Barnes? So fun story about Harrison Barnes here. Harrison Barnes is out for today's game. The man is now officially missing his very first game since 2021. Harrison Barnes has not missed a game since 2021, and he is officially ruled out for today's contest, so we don't get to see him. Uh-oh. The Pistons aren't looking so good. Blake saying they're going to do the drum roll that Wemby stole from OKC. Late game surprise, Lakers Nuggets. I've got some games coming up for you guys, man. I got some games coming up. Crunch Time says, Mario, what you think about the Bills trade real quick when you get a break? So, Crunch Time, the Buffalo Bills, man, they are making some moves here. I think picking up DJ Moore gives Josh Allen some additional weapons. By the way, that's, I think, what he's talking about. The Buffalo Bills just got DJ Moore from Chicago, which is crazy pants. But it works. Also, Stephon Diggs has been cut from the New England Patriots. Diggs is no longer with the Patriots. Also, we saw, for you Detroit fans, I'm sorry that y'all lost David Montgomery. David Montgomery is now with the Houston Texans. That happened this year as well, just now. Golden State rolling. Get the Emp ready. Can y'all hear that? Is it her singing? Is she singing, Joe Reyna? If Cade Cunningham hits a game winner, I'm pretending that I predicted it, says Christian Canales. Didn't say, I asked. I asked. So what did he say? Fair. Wait a minute. Who said what now? Blake? What'd I see? He says they're going to do the drum roll. Are they going to do the drum roll that Wemby stole from OKC? Fox, I need assists. Okay, so you need an assist there, Trenton. Guys, if y'all are in the chat right now and you've got anything on the line for this game, tell me what your play is. What are you playing? What are you hoping for in this game? Do you remember at the start of this game when it was the over-under of this game, I said you should probably go with the under. Looks like the over might actually hit here. OKC is a one-and-done team, just like the Mavs, says Longhorns. 0-8 Nuggets. I suggest your pinned comment to two of my favorite content creators. Okay, cool. Who are the other two, GJ Gene? I'm curious. We're starting the clock, folks. Our commercial break has ended. Tobias Harris with the basketball passes this one over to Herter. Herter is under the rim. Herter, a nice dish inside, but it's not going to go. San Antonio cleans up house right now. Victor Wembanyama, too much to deal with on the inside. The Detroit Pistons trail by 13 with 7 minutes left to go. Piccolo, what's going on, man? I see you in the chat. Wemby drives against Stewart. Left-handed layup, not going to go. Keldon Johnson with the rebound, though, so second chance opportunity. Wemby on the three ball. Tries to shoot from the parking lot. That shot offline. 6:58 left to play in this basketball game. Blake says no answer equals stumped. Just being a friendly troll at the moment. Blake, I didn't even see what the question was. Oh, you were talking about the drum roll that Wemby stole from SGA. I don't know what drum roll you're talking about, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, I guess you could say stumped. Here's the movement with the basketball now. You've got Stewart. Stewart feeds to Cunningham. Cunningham is fouled right here. Stops the clock with 6:41, so Cade Cunningham draws a foul. The San Antonio Spurs are shooting 49% from the floor. The Detroit Pistons are shooting 39% from the floor. Now, they have had a lot of second chance opportunities. San Antonio, though, with 8 blocks in today's game, and all the points, or a big chunk of the points, more than half of the points today for the Detroit Pistons have come off the bench. This one is going to be poked, and it looks like it goes out of bounds. Looks like there's going to be a foul there. Devin Vassell going to be charged for the foul. So another foul on San Antonio. Wemby's parents used to pull on his head and feed with you as an infant. I don't know if that's true or not, but he turned out to be a pretty tall guy. Someone says 10-point lead with 5 minutes left. It's game over. This ball is stolen on the inbound. It's Dylan Harper who picks the pocket of the Detroit Pistons. Duncan Robinson was supposed to get the inbound pass, and it was stolen quickly. Good job by the San Antonio Spurs. Spin move, turning away from the challenge. Cade Cunningham is in the paint, kicks it to the corner. Doesn't like the look. A pass to Duncan Robinson. One more pass and another one. They're calling this a travel on the Pistons. A travel on the Pistons here. So let's watch it one more time. A pass inside. I didn't see it looks like it was a foul under the rim. It's not a travel. I don't know why I saw the hands rolling there. I saw the official roll the hands, but that definitely wasn't it. It's another foul, but San Antonio has the basketball. Stephon Castle is swatted from behind. A beautiful block there. Stephon Castle will think twice before doing that. Another Cade Cunningham shot off the mark. Cade Cunningham ice cold in today's game. Ice cold in today's game. Looks like a timeout called by San Antonio. San Antonio has plenty of timeouts left. They call a timeout. They have 3 remaining. Kevin Durant is breaking records, says the Mr. Mojo. Carolina saying, where is Jalen Duren? Joe Ray saying, luego. Matthew saying, I'm a lifelong Lakers fan, but I bought a Wemby jersey. Only non-Lakers jersey I have ever owned. I wish he was on the Lakers instead of LeBron. Let's see. He stole the drum roll after their wins for a few games from OKC. We do a chant before every home game. Okay. So I'm guessing, Blake, that you're an OKC fan. Cool, man. That's cool. I did not know that, but I don't know if Wemby stole it so much as Wemby earned it, considering the Spurs have crushed Oklahoma multiple times in this season. Pistons about to start shooting 5-pointers to catch up. It is a 15-point game, folks. 90-105. Swatted from behind. Giggity. What is the pinned comment for, if I may ask? Referred here by a mutual. Hey, Dr. Delay. Oh, yeah, what's up, Dr. Delay? I see you all the time in Rising Rhinos content. How you doing, bro? Welcome back. I think I've seen you in here before. What is the pinned comment for, if I may ask? I'm honestly not quite sure what the pinned comment is, Dr. Delay, but it's good to have you in our chat room today, sir. 5-pointers, good one, says Joe Reyna. Country says, I liked when the Packers did the Vikings clap thing. That was amazing. And back to basketball, she says. Dr. Delay. Everybody knows you, bro. Everybody knows you, bro. Actually, I've seen your channel, dude. I've actually checked out your channel. Oh, I think you're talking about the pinned Q&A right here. Is that what we're talking about? I'm basically just doing like, I'm trying to start a new segment where we review other channels and we talk about better ways that we can all work on it. Like maybe I can go to your channel and see what works for you and see if I can adopt some of those things, and you can check out my channel and we can talk about it and find some mutual ground. And if you like something that I'm doing, you can add that to your side as well. So basically it's for mutual growth between content creators. I'd love to do something like this. It's an idea that I got from vidIQ and from Think Media, and I think it would be really fun to do that specifically for sports content creators like you and like Rising Rhino and like, you know, Rich and the other guys who are out there doing this. So, yeah, thanks, DJ Gene. Good looking out, bro. Appreciate that, big dog. Appreciate that a lot, man. That's 0 playoff wins, by the way. You skipped my last comment. Well, all I'm going to say is 5 rings. Go, Spurs, go. Here's the play. Devin Vassell with the basketball. Vassell goes to the right-hand side. Alley-oop to Keldon Johnson, who can't get this to go. It's a rebound by Herter. The Detroit Pistons with it. Cade Cunningham to Herter. Herter, sidestep. Robinson on the move. Robinson, a floater. He gets the shot to fall. It's 92-105. Full court press defense. No surprise here. Wemby tries to put up a screen. De'Aaron Fox steps on the gas as we get into the front court. About 5 minutes left to go in here. De'Aaron Fox going to go up and shoot. De'Aaron Fox will score. 5 minutes left to play. Cunningham behind the back. Nice little dribble here. Cunningham feeds it to the left-hand side. Javonte Green back to Cunningham. Cunningham gets a good screen from Stewart. He pulls the trigger, and he buries that triple there. It's 95-107. San Antonio still up by 12 with less than 5 minutes left to go. Dylan Harper On the dribble, Dylan Harper, bounce pass to Wembanyama. Wemby, backwards pass to Fox. Fox, the step back triple. Fox, the step back triple. Let's go. Big buckets there. 4:20 on the clock. Here's the move between the legs. Cade Cunningham, cross court here to Jalen Green. Wembanyama going to come up with almost a steal. Herter able to put it up with the left hand. Good shot for Herter. Looks like another timeout called San Antonio. It's a 13-point gap. Uh-oh. San Antonio takes another timeout. Swelly says Spurs own OKC. Fact. Go Spurs go, Swelly says. Dat Boy Rizzle said, what up, big dog? Welcome back. He's got the alien with the beers. Dr. Delay. Great to have you in here, man. It's good to have you in here. I do appreciate you checking it out. DJ Gene, that's, you know what, bro? That right there, that's an assist. That was the alley-oop right there, bro. Glenn says, I'm a super famous YouTuber. Glenn, let's check out your channel. Now I have to check out your channel, Glenn. I love doing this, man. Honestly, it's so much fun. I love creating content. I love doing these kinds of things. We're going to go to Glenn's channel because he says he's a super famous YouTuber. Over 200 likes, almost 500 people watching there. Almost 500 watching. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. We're going to actually let this keep rolling here. Blake, thanks for the comments, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, my goal for today's game is to get to 250 likes. We've got 4 minutes left. Almost 500 people watching. If we can just get another 50 people to hit that like button, we will get to our goal. Don't sleep on it, man. Don't sleep on it. The last thing I want with the game getting so hot right now. And if that worried you and you felt like you just missed out on a huge piece, that is my point. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. If that sucked and you were wondering, oh my God, what happened to the game, you are getting value from this content. Smash the like button. Let's start the clock right now. De'Aaron Fox with the basketball. De'Aaron Fox in the front court. There's the pass to Wemby. Wemby working on it here. Wemby backing a man down. He kicks this one over to De'Aaron Fox. Fox, top of the screen. Back step here. De'Aaron Fox showing off the handles. He pulls the trigger on the triple. This one no good. Rebounded by Herter. Herter to Cunningham. Cunningham has to take matter into his hands. Has to take matters into his own hands. Cunningham, a fadeaway baseline jump shot is good. It is 100. It shouldn't be 100. I was going to say 99 to 110. There's the inbound pass. Okay. Stephon Castle. Tobias Harris. Castle cross court to Champagny. Shoots the three, and it's good. Julian Champagny knocks down the triple. 113 to 99. San Antonio hangs on to a 14-point lead. 3 minutes here left to go. Isaiah Stewart sees a lane. Loses possession here, but recovers. Tobias Harris now in control of the basketball, working on Champagny. He's inside the circle. He goes backwards, kicks it again, and Tobias Harris shoots the triple. No good. Wembanyama gets the board. So Wemby gets the rebound. De'Aaron Fox makes the move. De'Aaron Fox a little short on the left side here. Bad shot for De'Aaron Fox. Nice. Pulling the trigger. Cade Cunningham goes boom. Knocks down the tray. 2:28 left to play. It's just 11 points in it, guys. Just 11 points in it. I think it might be time to turn up the intensity a little bit. It is an intense game right now. And he gets the foul. Are you kidding me? So he gets the bucket and the shot. A 4-point play here. Wow, 103 to 113. It's a 10-point game. With about 2.5 left to play, the San Antonio Spurs will hold right now. Stephon Castle looking for an opening. Castle to the bottom of the screen. Kicks it to Wembanyama. Wemby goes in the paint. He is swatted away. Wemby is blocked. Here's the push up court. This one is going to be blocked the other way. It's a block party. Another block from Wemby. And a recovery for San Antonio. Fast break opportunity. Castle shoots. He scores and takes a trip to the free throw line. San Antonio gonna probably win this game. San Antonio likely gonna win this game. Pistons are wrapped, says Joe Reyna. And boom goes the dynamite, says DJ Jean. Detroit Pistons fans, sorry for the imminent loss coming up here. It's not over till it's over. We have seen miracles happen. Stephon Castle, San Antonio, Wemby, everybody firing on all cylinders. The and one opportunity is good. It's 116-103. Tobias Harris will bring the ball up court. 1:50 left to play in this basketball game. Cade Cunningham has been locked down for the majority of the game. He came to life late. Good ball movement here for the Detroit Pistons. Herter almost loses it. This is a three-point shot way off the mark and a foul there. Wemby commits a pretty atrocious foul on the three-point line. Javonte Green goes down and into the bench. 1:36 left to go. This should be three shots. Yeah. Javonte Green fouled at the three-point line. We'll see 3 shots coming in to make it a 10-point game once again. Matthew Danner, I see you in the chat. Long John Silvers, he says. Detroit plays 48 minutes, says HB Link. Lucky guess, says Steve. You're welcome, John. Andres Velasquez saying, why didn't Luke Cornett play any minutes tonight? Is he hurt or something? He did play minutes. He did play minutes. Luke Cornett absolutely played today. Matter of fact, he got 2 points and a rebound. So he did play minutes. He also picked up a foul in the game. By the way, the first of the 3 free throws is good. Here comes the second free throw. And they get one more here. So both free throws are good. Here comes free throw number 3. I guess the Spurs are the Pistons' kryptonite. It's so sad. And the Knicks are the Spurs' kryptonite, which is crazy as well. Do you know that Tony Parker has a rap album? Fact, it's sold at HEB. I don't know how many copies he sold, but I think that's funny. He raps in French. San Antonio to inbound. They might need to call a timeout. There's the inbound pass. San Antonio almost wasn't able to get that one inbounded. De'Aaron Fox still hasn't crossed half court. Someone's got a foul. Julian Champagnie, the 3 ball. It's good. 119-106. That could be the dagger. Julian Champagnie on the corner 3. Cade Cunningham double teamed. Green, Javonte Green is blocked by Wemby again. Full court pass to Castle. Castle is smashed as he goes up. Cade Cunningham going to pick up the foul. A trip to the free throw line, and I think we're going to see a few of the reserve come in right now. Wemby comes off the court. Bismack Biyombo coming in for Wemby. Oh, am I tripping here? I am tripping here. There we go. That's what I needed. My apologies. Game over, says Longhorns. Jalen Duren screwed me, man. Wemby forced him into foul trouble. Used to jam his music? No way, bro. Did you really? First free throw, no good for Castle. Did you really? That's hilarious. Not hilarious. Honestly, it's kind of cool. Antoine saying, I think French didn't like Tony Parker's rap anyways. Ramel Reed Mel saying Wemby 38 and 16, dominate every time against Detroit. Stephon Castle's second free throw is good. It's 120-106. We might actually get the over. I hope you didn't listen to me at the start of this game. The over-under was 128. Here's a wide-open 3. This one no good. Rebound, De'Aaron Fox. Fox to Vassell. It was 128.5. Vassell to Fox. San Antonio going to hang on here. Vassell just holds on to the basketball. Shot clock down to 10. He spins. He's fouled. In the bonus, the Spurs will go to the free throw line. I didn't start my clock. My apologies. 44.9 here left to go. 44 seconds here left to go. and a foul. Both teams are in the bonus, by the way. This should be the end of it here for the San Antonio Spurs. We'll leave it there just so you know. I wanted Wemby's 40 burger. So close, DJ. Free throw is good for Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell now up to 8 points. Thank you, Coca B, for subscribing. Domination, says Jack Van Zant. Jack Van Zant, appreciate that, bro. Balance Trois. Tony Parker's rap song. Trois. Nice, great job, Spurs, says Paul. Nia saying, are you doing MLB regular season coverage or just the playoffs? I might do one of the games for like one of the for like the Yankees, Nia, but right now I'm really just going to stick to the postseason stuff. Quick foul comes in. San Antonio going to quickly foul, saying you're not going to get a 3-point shot here no matter what. 227 is the point total. Tony was my favorite player. I was born in 97. I remember going downtown to the Alamo Dome with my grandpa and seeing him give a little rap after winning the championship. Let's go. Wemby's the GOAT, man, and Cristiano Ronaldo. First free throw, no good right here. 41.9 left to go. First free throw, no good for the Detroit Pistons. At the free throw line right now is Dennis Jenkins. He was fouled, and San Antonio is ready for this. Antoine saying, I decided to get back at the basketball court thanks to Wemby. I'm 44. Both free throws, no good. San Antonio hanging on to the basketball for the end of this game. Lindy Waters going to hang on to this. Well, the intensity is over. San Antonio is going to win this game decisively. It's a 15-point lead. Lindy Waters going to step up. Poked away. Last touched right now by the Detroit Pistons. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Congratulations to the Spurs fans. My condolences to the Detroit Pistons fans. Spurs 1 game closer to the #1 seed here. Inbound pass. McLaughlin with the basketball. He'll just hold here. No shot. Shaking hands. 17 seconds left to go. We'll get the inbound pass for the Detroit Pistons. Guys, remember how I said the over-under for this one was 128, and I said I would take the under? If you took the under the same way that I said, you would actually have cashed in. Not saying that I'm always right, but I was right this time. San Antonio, again, gets the under, the over-under at 227.5, so 228. The total point is 227. That is it. That is the end of the game. That is your final score. If you guys want to take a look at the heat map right there, these are all the shots that happened today. And, yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching with us, man. It's been a good day. It was a good game. Let's take a quick look, see how we did, if we picked up any new subscribers. There we go. I knew we could do it. We came close. That's okay. First time watching basketball here. Good game. Nuggets 20-28. Thanks, user. Robert Samora, you are welcome. Guys, gals, if you're watching, check my YouTube channel. Look at the shelf. I got a lot of basketball games coming up. If you guys like this style of commentary, hit the like button, subscribe, come back for more. If you want to learn more about this channel and what I do on this channel, you can check out the website, www.footballnationusa.com. You can also see a bunch of different links that I've got in the description down below. They're banging the drum right now for the Spurs. Back at home. Oh, man. I don't know if I love this or not, honestly. Go Spurs, go. He'll bang the drums. Go Spurs, go. Go Spurs, go. What's so funny is I've always had a love-hate relationship with the Spurs. As a kid, I liked the Spurs, big three. But as a LeBron and Cavs fan, I hated that they beat us, swept them, by the way, swept them in the NBA Finals. Thank you very much, Dr. Delay. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Robbie says Spurs crushed the Lugnuts. Love it. DJ Jean saying like it's a surprise. Back to sleep now, says Antoine. Okay, guys, I'm off. I'm done. I will be live tomorrow for the Knicks and the Nuggets. If you guys want to watch that game, I will be here then. good game for San Antonio. It was, I mean, good defense all the way around, good offense. They were shooting well today. They were being smart with how they controlled the basketball, not too many turnovers. I like that, man. So that's it. We're done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Mario. You've been watching Football Nation. You can see the logo down here. That's why we say, see that? That's why we say, let's effing go. Peace out, guys.